All right, we're live.
We're live.
Nice.
Outer Haven.
Yeah.
Assemble!
Dun,
Uh,
dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god.
so first of all, thanks guys. So we found out we got 100 subs, well 101 to be exact. So thank you guys for the support. We're ever growing.
Round of
But to,
applause.
yeah,
Thank
to,
you so
Yeah.
much.
Oda blessed us with the
Beautiful
chapter with the
subscriber.
100 subscribers. But today we're going to be talking about obviously the 851, and we're going to be discussing all the juiciness inside of that. So we'll start off from the very, very beginning if you guys are all ready. Who wants to go?
Yep, you guys know where to find the chapter. MS, that's all I'm going to say.
Guess
All
I'll
right.
You should have everything memorized by heart by now. Come on, lads.
Yep. I mean, I can't give away the name because then I would get sued.
So I guess I'll start off the discussion. So we're continuing off last week. It looks like for Pudding, where she basically tells everyone that she's gonna shoot up the place, like mafia style, when we go to the wedding. But only so far Sanji knows and Reiju. And it looks like Reiju right now is basically kind of still in her own like moodiness where she doesn't really care. So I don't know if you guys have anything special to say about like the first couple pages.
Sanji, Oda's destroying Sanji's spirit right now. That's all I'm gonna say. It's too much, man. Oda is putting Sanji through the ringer. He's just destroying Sanji, man. I feel so bad. When she started making fun of his face when he was beaten
Yeah.
up, that got to me, man. I was like, you son of you bitch. Even if you're nice, I don't care. You're still a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like though we got the confirmation with like her like actually admitting that she shot Reiju because like for a while everyone was kind of thinking like where was the blood coming from, and now we got the confirmation she got shot with a gun.
Exactly, and I forgot the guy who shouted it out. But in one when we did a little thing for One Vision earlier, there's a guy you can see it in the panel when she's editing the memory. You can see it's actually Pudding holding the gun, so that just clarifies it for us.
I know, it's definitely her.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't, to be honest, I didn't think it could be her, but then when I saw that, obviously, when it's irrefutable evidence, guys, you gotta just you have to back down and believe.
Yeah. Not
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
I think that if Reiju goes on an all-out fight, she'd win over Pudding.
See, like Pudding and Reiju, I'm still interested to see how strong Pudding really is. From what we see this chapter, it kind of does only look like she might have got her by surprise with the candy jacket gun.
Mm.
But you never know. Like we sleep on a lot of characters, so for all we know, Pudding could be stronger than Reiju. But I'm still in the camp that Reiju is stronger. But I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm 100% in the camp range is stronger, but it's kind of annoying though. I don't know what's going on with her, like, because even though they have like iron bodies, right? So she might be overconfident when it comes to guns and stuff. Like, I'm sure she's been shot by haki bullets, so she should be able to dodge stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I think it
Right.
kind of reminds me a lot about like Ace when he first found Blackbeard, how like he
Yeah.
wasn't sure
Super
of how.
surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Caught by surprise with
Yeah.
the grab. I feel like it's probably something like that because like I would feel though like people that are assassins like Reiju, especially since she's like the top tier assassin. Like
Yeah.
you would assume that even if they're in friendly territory, aka Big Mom's territory,
Yeah,
that
they're
she
still
would-
on the lookout.
exactly they're still on their guard.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have some kind of radar or something that's
Yeah.
always like
Yeah.
seeing like there's something going on.
But what do you guys think? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, as the thing I realized as well, like I've mentioned this earlier before as well in another chat, but I was thinking, what do you guys think? Do you think Reiju like knows Sanji's outside? Because I think she does, because that's why she's not saying anything. Like she's just feeling like how fucked up Sanji is right now. He's just like, oh,
That I was
She
kind of
feels-
interested because I thought Nitro sell the jelly. There's this part where it says slurp slurp. Like
Mhm.
I thought that was maybe like kind of like a sedative that maybe Nitro sell the jelly is maybe he's like restraining her with his like jelly. Weird as that sounds.
oh, okay.
Like I'm not sure. Like it looked like he was like kind of like going inside that, or it could be something where like he's just sucking up the blood since they're gonna like frame a soldier later.
Or maybe nerfing or something like that.
Which I still don't get. That's gonna be super funny. Like, what soldier? Like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah, like
on
it's
Whole Kick Island.
probably just gonna be a random one that they're just gonna pick up and
Yeah,
then
like, oh,
have
sorry,
them
we're
executed.
We were training. Sorry, you know.
The
And I
random
just-
soldier,
Like, what about my children?
And I just realized, do you think Nitro's part of Capone? Because I know it's just kind of maybe a long theory, but because of the cigar
Because of the
and the
hat
fact
and
The design and stuff. Yeah.
Look
and
just
the way
like him.
you know when we were on Zoe and when we first saw him like appear, he had that kind of liquid form. So maybe you can like
Look like
get
he
rid of
spit him
him.
out.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
you
you
mean
can.
like Capone made Nitro?
Oh, he's saying it's
Yeah,
his
possibly.
homie. I think it's his
No,
homie.
that's what I was about to say. If anything, I think
Yeah.
Big Mom took part of his soul. Like because we all know if you're under Big Mom, she's taking part of your soul no matter what, right?
Oh yeah,
So
true,
she
true
probably
that.
took it, made a homie, and kind of like for what's his name? Moria. Whenever he took people's like
Oh,
shadows,
yeah.
it kept like the personality kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's probably why he's like all like boss like.
Oh, scene. Yeah, I get you.
And it would be
You know?
interesting too is if Capone's aware of this fact and he could somehow communicate or control Nitro, and that's like maybe one of his like secret like things. Like maybe he'll use that to like either fuck with Pudding or what. Like if he knows that he can control it somehow, like kind of like a bypass through her power.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That would be beast. That would be so beast.
But so I just want to
And-
ask, what's it called? So like, especially because after last chapter, I was still kind of thinking like, even though it would have portrayed Pudding as being evil, there were still like some things that he wrote in like previous chapters, where it's like you could question it. But now it's like Pudding's definitely evil, right?
I feel like she's so good, dude. I'm still in the
Yeah,
camp.
I
I
think-
feel you, but it's just
Yeah.
like, bro.
Yeah,
Me too.
no.
No, it
I'm-
looks. It's one of those situations to me where like 9 out of 10 times, without knowing like how Oda is, it would be that she would be evil. But
I feel you.
I'm still in the Oda camp that his writing's so goddamn good that when we find out she's good, it's gonna be something where like it's explained thoroughly to the point where she's like, oh, like yeah, I was doing this all along to like to fake out Big Mom.
I think you guys are in denial.
Yeah, I'm with
maybe
Devil
I
Leg
could
and Monkey
be.
D.
Believe in Goda. That's all you gotta know.
No, Devil Leg. You're in the opposite of denial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
He's a
Me-
Kubo fanboy.
but
No, me, Devil Leg, and Monkey D know what's up, man. You guys are crazy right now.
I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
like
see.
bro,
Nick-
even last week, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to still believe like, yo, Oda's like the goat, so she probably is good, but like, bruh, she's literally mocking Sanji. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
if you're good that like, yeah, she like for example, last week they played on the fact like, oh, I'm such a good actor, and that's why Big Mom chose me for this. But, like, she didn't need to act when she was talking to Reiju because she didn't know when anyone was watching. Like, that was kind of more
True
of her
that.
real self. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And she's sitting there mocking Sanji, like making the faces. Like, come on.
but
Yeah.
if we go with the idea that her homies from Big Mom could see, right? Then like
No, I get
wouldn't
that. So like, she'd
Rabian-
have to, but like, or,
And also, one thing that like would go against why she could be good, right? Against this whole why she might be evil is if you guys remember in I think it was in an SBS, Oda said something along the lines of like, when we get Nakama, we're gonna get 2 back to back, and one of them's gonna be a previous like enemy
I
of
do
the
know
Straw
what you're
Hats.
talking about. I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like
Oh,
it
okay,
could.
that one, yeah.
So it would make sense if she
yeah, a lot of people
turns
thought it was
out to
gonna
be
be
evil.
Caesar because of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I hope it's Caesar, to be honest.
Well, what I'm saying though is if it was Pudding, right, it would make sense because if she really
She
is
would,
evil,
yeah.
But pudding is trash.
Yeah, she is.
Don't
I
do
mean,
it.
I mean,
Nah,
but
you
you
guys
say
are
that.
I mean, all I know is Reiju's in a chair, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have done that with the gun. I mean, come on.
I mean, no, but you say
What are you
that,
implying?
but like, I don't know, man.
That's called an outlier.
And you got to
Yeah.
think about it this way, like Reiju can't fuck up Pudding and expect no consequences against everybody. You know what I mean? She has a lot more to lose than
Exactly.
Pudding does.
Exactly.
One thing I
So
want to
what,
talk
you
about.
think that she saw Pudding attacking her and didn't try and fight back because the
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's a possibility, like 50%. There's a lot of possibility of what could have happened, but we have to
feel you.
put in perspective that Reiju's got a lot more to lose if she attacks Pudding than Pudding attacking her. Because
Yeah.
at least she's got Big Mom behind her, so she could be all right.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
One thing I
Oh,
want to
when
bring
you
up.
get to this part in the chapter, you gotta like lose it.
But you guys want to talk about the biggest thing, which is probably the memory fruit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Ooh wee. That's a
Bro,
huge
Before we get to
discussion.
that real quick, 'cause I know this is gonna be a long one, but should we make a little quick reference? Well, a notice in regards to the faces that Pudding made when she was.
oh yeah.
I guess like you know she's trying to be in the moment. She's trying to express to Reiju exactly what Sanji was doing.
But it was deep though, man. I was
She
waiting.
was roasting.
No, she was definitely
Like pretty much like
roasting
if you
it,
think
go
like in pro
insane,
wrestling,
bro.
like villains, she was like the true villain. Like she was working you, but at the same time she's like shooting at the same time.
Yeah, like she
Like-
was trolling. She was trolling pretty fucking hard. The right face I loved honestly more than the left face because it reminded me of like Perona and like Sugar and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And like it's
yeah.
always the super like unexpected troll face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that God Usopp face, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah,
just
no,
the best.
exactly.
Just
That's
the
what I'm
best. Like, you know.
Like,
and I think actually no, sorry, you go, DGK.
oh no, I'll say it after. But go ahead.
Oh no, my thing's different though. Mine's about just at the end about Sanji at the end, but yeah.
I was gonna say. So, do you guys think then the fact that before we go to the memory, I guess we'll talk about that like part. So, do you guys think then that we're gonna probably see like Sanji either like completely shut down, or do you think he's gonna like lose it and like go crazy?
I
in the
think
palace?
Sanji's gonna do what Sanji typically does, and that he's gonna make a plan, and then he's gonna start acting right away.
That's what I thought too. I was thinking like it's something where
Sanji already has a plan. Like or it might be like not in a second, but he's gonna be thinking about it, and he's gonna be like, "All right, I have to like get us all out of here."
It reminds me. It reminds me of Alabasta with Mr. Prince, how he like kind of saved everyone.
He was just on it. No one didn't say anything. He was just like, "Bro, knew what to do."
He knew what to do.
Like the Enel thing.
Yeah.
Like when he was like him and Usopp got on the ship, and he's like, "We're splitting up." He literally went to go break shit first, you know, just so like by the time he got up there, it would buy them 2 seconds. Like Sanji's literally like always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
And then one thing. Oh, go ahead. I'll say it after again.
Yeah, I was gonna say as well. The thing about Sanji as well, like we were talking to One Vinge about this as well. Like I can't see Sanji getting any more like depressing. You know what I mean? Like it's too much now. Like all this depressing stuff from Sanji. No, you can't. This is too much now. Like okay, to be honest, guys, like I understand from the beginning, like his family screwed him over, and but now it's getting like overkill on Sanji. Like he has to start. He has to start like fighting back.
Was gonna be like the top thing, and it
but
wasn't.
I think a lot of people are going from the aspect of like a Shonen Jump like main strong character, right? But right now, like Sanji's position, I see as like an actual human being who, from the start of it, right, he went in here thinking, "Dude, I'm gonna go talk to my dad, get shit like settled, leave." And now went to like, "Oh well, like we have Zeph, we're gonna like kill him, we're gonna blow off your hands, do this and that." And at the end of the day, he's like, "Okay."
Whatever Vito told him.
What?
Whatever Vito told him.
Yeah, but he's basically at the end of the day he was thinking, okay, at least I have Pudding, my only ray of like sunlight.
Yeah,
you know?
and now she's gone.
Yep, and now it's gone. And the worst part of this chapter to me, well, not worse is bad, but like the worst part for Sanji of this chapter was really
he doesn't even have her.
That, but like the cigarette, dude, like that was such a bad, like just looking at it,
was
like
the icon.
Coming from someone who used to smoke bogeys, like, bruh, can't even like.
Oh my god!
Like,
the fact that like literally you see him like in 2 different pages trying to light it, and he lights it, and then just goes out, and that's when you know that he's completely done. Like
bro, he literally starts crying. Like,
oh yeah, like, when I saw that,
when
I saw that, I literally thought, okay, I think he might actually shut down, like, and that he might have to be the one to come get him. That's what I was thinking.
Like it's horrible. I can't see Sanji like this anymore. To be honest, it's killing me, man. It's like
it's cinematic.
Well, it's gonna the nice thing though is it's probably gonna build up like the best Sanji moment ever that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I just spent 5 minutes looking at that panel.
Yeah, same. I'm still looking at it, man. Him just looking at his lighter, crying. There's a bit of bogey in his mouth. Oh.
Yo, Trent D Money has a point. He says Sanji was basically from the jump. He was like, "Oh, well, I'll guess I'll marry her." So he didn't really.
Yeah. It was like the forced marriage, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't remember who posted in the comments. I think it was either 44 or Morass. You guys made the point about someone made a comment about basically the lighter not lighting means Sanji's spirit's broken, or something like that. So
yeah, and apparently the Japanese title for this chapter, because like, I know it's called something tab, but the actual translation goes to moist cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it really does look like, and like if you look at Reiju on that panel, right? I think she's thinking right
that's
now.
the worst, by the way.
Yeah. I don't think Reiju's like how to put like out of commission. I think she's right now is thinking above all else, like my little brother who I actually cared for, that had hopes and dreams of like being somewhat good in hell.
He's coming right back. He's literally coming right back.
She's thinking like, dude, like I saved him, hoping to avoid shit like this. Now he's coming back, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
But let me ask a question, guys. Why do you think Sanji didn't jump in to save Reiju?
Because he's like broke. Yeah. Right now, like mentally, he's just like, I can't.
People have to put
Like, I just
themselves.
can't.
Yeah, people have to put themselves not in a Sean Jump character. Is like, oh, like I'm gonna go kick her ass. As in a character that's a human being that after everything that's happened, like imagine it. Like the only thing I think of would be like, imagine if you had like a pet, right? And the pet's like, I don't know, like has one missing leg or something, right? And then you come out of it, like come out of like the room with the pet, and it like gets run over by a truck or some shit, like something like back to back shit events that happen to you. That's pretty much what's happening to him. Is like,
I think
Yeah, it's true.
if you think about it, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't just bust. That's like saying, "All right, take me captive" or something. You lose the fight already. You have to back out. You have to make a plan.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
He's gonna do that
He
Nah,
already, he
Act
already
like
has
you're
it.
because
Yo,
he knows that they're
you're
gonna
never
kill
there.
all of them tomorrow.
Yo,
Like
but he
he's
already
gonna
has
go
his
to the
plan.
wedding knowing that they're all supposed to die, and he's gonna save people. That's what.
Yeah.
Because
You have to act like you don't know, and you have to act
exactly.
like you were never there.
Yeah.
What was that devil leg?
I'm not muted. Sorry.
oh,
Oh,
That was
I thought you
just
said
random noise.
something. My bad. No.
No,
So you guys think though that Sanji's probably gonna go talk to Judge and let him know what's going on?
I think
No,
he is.
I don't think. I don't think
He
is.
might just to go tell him, and Judge is gonna be like, "No,
Yeah.
like, Judge is literally gonna be like, I see what you're trying to do.
Yup.
You know, like you're trying to
Yeah,
get out
no.
of this fucking wedding, huh? No."
That's what
No,
I was
I
thinking
know.
before when he dropped the basket. I was thinking to myself, okay, for sure he's gonna go to Luffy. But when I saw the basket on the floor, I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen now. Especially what happens at the end.
Yeah,
But
I feel like at the end of the day, his character itself is to be the savior and be the good guy.
Exactly,
And so,
dude. Brooke even foreshadowed that. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a foreshadow.
yeah,
He
but like,
literally says how Sanji won't like move. Like once he decides to like save someone, like that's all he'll do.
yeah, because like I feel like at the end of the day, his thing is like, even though they're the worst of the worst, the
They're my
worst
family.
people. Yep, they're my
They're my
family. Like
family.
Yeah.
an
gotta save them.
Truly
obligation.
aren't his
I
family
have
at
to
all,
save
though.
them.
I mean,
No,
by
no.
but by blood they are.
Yeah,
By
is what I'm
blood,
trying to say.
yeah.
Like as
Yeah.
shit as it was, like for instance, like people like Crocodile, right? Luffy by no means should have any dealings with someone like Crocodile for what he did, or someone like Caesar, dude. But because they're human beings and they're good guys, they're gonna do it. Like Sanji's gonna like Monkey D said though, that's what I thought too. Is Sanji's gonna go, he's gonna go tell them, he's like, oh yeah, like shit happened, I overheard this, and they're probably gonna go into the infirmary and like find out that Reiju lost her memory, and Reiju's be like, oh no, like I just got shot by a random soldier, like that never happened. And they're
Yeah.
gonna all look
Yeah.
at him and be like, you son of a bitch, like we gave you
even
one
Reiju
chance.
saying
Yeah.
Even Reiju saying it.
Yep.
No, that's what I was thinking. That it's obvious Judge is gonna it's like obviously put 2 and 2 together. He's gonna see Reiju shot and what Sanji says, and what's that?
Something like that.
No, I think Judge is gonna be too blinded right now.
No, I
Dude,
think he.
I don't know. I
He's
think that'll be a little cliche for Judge to not take Sanji seriously. Because I
Yeah,
feel like
'cause-
I've seen that a lot where the captive goes to his captor and tries to warn him of imminent danger, and then he says, shut up. You're just trying to get out of this situation.
But
Yeah,
look at,
I know.
no. But think about it. Like, why would Judge believe him? Like,
Wait, okay, let me-
because
Judge probably already sees something like this coming. I mean, he is a brilliant
yeah.
man.
Let's put it. Yeah, he's a smart. Like obviously he's one of the smartest people because he's the like head scientist with Vegapunk at one time, and also he's in enemy territory. He knows Big Mom's crazy. He knows anything can basically happen for this to go wrong. He knows, so I'm sure he can see like he's not gonna predict what's gonna happen, but he's not gonna see something out of the blue happen and not think something's wrong here.
Yeah.
So when Sanji says something to him, he might be like, okay, maybe the boy's talking shit, but he might have a point at the same time,
Like I think Judge is a smart character, but I just think it's gonna be something
I
where
think
like
he wants the North Blue.
yeah, like it's right now it's kind of like it looks like he's gonna be the boy who cried wolf, like his last
Yeah,
ditch
exactly.
in his effort will be trying to do this.
Yo,
Like, no, you're getting married.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys remember the spoilers a while back? We all said it was all bullshit and crap, and it was on Sawyer's video, and he said he didn't believe it too. We all just dismissed it, but the spoilers basically said that Sanji was gonna make up with his family and fight the Big Mom pirates.
Oh yeah, ages ago. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
I
a long time
remember
ago,
that.
So do you guys are going to
And
the
then
Brook?
also,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
All right.
yeah, and then it's gonna go to Wano and the rest I don't remember. But the Wano part, they said the Wano part is realistic, and then they said the whole big island arc part wasn't, and now
Well, I guess the next part we're gonna get to pretty much is the confrontation between. I would say this is like the most hyped fight right now of the arc. essentially Big Mom versus Brooke?
Yeah, this
No, that's
panel
the
is
hype-
so
that's the most
beautiful.
hype thing.
Like, yeah, it looks so sick as well when you see Brooke and then Prometheus and Zeus and Big Mom. That's my favorite panel in like a long
Yeah.
time. It looks
I'm
so
surprised,
sick.
I'm surprised she's not worried about setting the books and shit on fire, like all the treasure room on fire.
Oh yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
point. Yeah, but
maybe
she's
she has like
crazy
really
though.
good control.
No,
Like, she
she's
can
just
control all that stuff.
I
No,
love
yeah, she definitely has beastly control.
I love how like serious looking Prometheus looks, but how like trolly Zeus looks.
Yeah.
But
Oh my
yeah,
God,
dude, the
yes,
fact that like
yeah.
Brooke is the first person to fight Yanko, and I was
And the fact
expecting
that he's not down yet, bro.
I was expecting
The
it to
Yeah.
be
fact he's not down yet. She said, "Why did you get up again?"
Yeah.
Like, it's Big Mom hitting you. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like,
that's the thing. Like people talked about, like even if her fruit doesn't work, right? She still has Prometheus Zeus. She still has her actual
Yeah,
physical strength. But like Brooke is taking, and you can see that Brooke's taking a couple of hits because dude, look at his face. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
Dude, you see the
Ryuma.
crack?
Yeah, that crack I always thought like it was there, but no, I think that was brand new.
No.
No, yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
a
he'll-
brand new
It's
crack.
usually when he's fighting.
Sanji's gonna
It's
give
weird.
her a
Like
glass of
it'd be
milk.
crazy if he had like an eye or whatever before, like actual eyes. He would be like Solid Snake pretty much, or Big Boss.
But you remember in Thriller Bark, he had the same scar, but then they healed
Yeah,
it.
because from Ryuma, Ryuma destroyed. He drank milk, then he got
Yeah.
healed.
Yeah.
Well, I would laugh if
Yep.
he has like a glass of milk and he gets stronger from it because like Kelsey's
Yeah.
But like I'm waiting for him to somehow like either freeze over the fire, or to somehow I don't know like maybe just like use his soul power to like awaken, like not awaken his actual fruit, but like awaken like I don't know some like man, because like I feel like his fruit should counter Big Mom. So like I'm waiting to see
It
something
definitely
with it.
does.
And like we know it's good. We know there's gonna be a scene where like she tries to take his soul. That's like obvious. I feel like, and like that'll be the trolliest scene. But
No,
like,
when he doesn't.
but I'm waiting for her to do something.
Yeah. But do you think like I know everyone's gonna talk about her? She should one shot Brooke, but I
No,
just
she
think
didn't.
Big Mom's.
She
I know,
did,
I know,
bro.
I know, but Big Mom's just playing with him. That's why I see it. Like she could have like one shot him properly, but she's just fucking about with him just to find information out. Like I don't
You
know.
stop that freaking fanboy.
Whatever, Monk. I'm being serious, man.
No, I know what you're
Like,
talking about, bro.
Yeah, like I know, because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Big Mom, she's such a weak Yonko," but I just think like she just seems to like to mess about a lot. But when she gets, we haven't seen her serious face yet. If her serious face comes in, like when someone talked about the Giants before, when Judge talked about the Giants, if she has that face, Brooke is dying. Brooke is dead. Like
one thing I'm just rereading, like obviously rereading it, and one thing I thought of, where he says like a young lady, what kind of fool would ever plan to die? But I'm thinking
that was sick.
I'm thinking when he said would ever plan and how they have like the boldened part for the plan to die, it's him talking about his ship when he was on his ship and he didn't plan to die. He just died and then got reborn. I think he's referencing that.
But I don't think either.
Yeah, he has to be at least. I could definitely see that like in the anime, like kind of like covering over where he's gonna stop for a second, think back to like the past, and he's like, "Young lady, what kind of fool would ever plan to die?"
Yeah.
But like, I would also gonna ask into that too, because obviously this could be something we might see next chapter or chapter afterwards. But what do you think the outcome of this is gonna be?
Brooke
I'm
is
not
gonna
sure,
get
but
away. Brooke's getting away, bro.
I don't think
Escaping?
Wait, hold on a sec, guys. What was Miraz saying? Because
Yeah.
I think he was trying to say something earlier.
Yeah, I don't think that Big Mom was fighting them. I think Prometheus and Zeus were fighting him at the moment.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like from this scenario, right? Do you think Brooke is gonna be able to try and like weasel himself out of there? He's gonna get captured.
The only way I see him getting out would be if somehow he
He's too fast. He's way too fast.
if he somehow goes through a mirror, which I don't think he's
Bro,
gonna be.
he can walk on water.
I know.
Like, come on, bro.
It would be funny though if he could somehow control Prometheus and Zeus directly because they're souls, or like every soul there, and just like have her distract her. But man, dude, like at the end of the day, dude, it's Big Mom. Like even if she's the weakest Yonko, which is up for debate, but like she's still a Yonko. Like it shouldn't.
Yeah,
happen.
Even
happen.
Luffy shouldn't be doing that. Like going in there and getting away.
Yeah.
And just
How much
Brooke
did you
does
guys
it,
lose
that's
your
why it's
mind?
gonna be the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one exit too, which is the best part.
I mean, how much would you guys lose your
Exactly.
mind if we see like how Brooke has like the freezing ability with the ice and stuff? Imagine like she's
Dude,
encased in
gonna freeze
ice,
a cloud.
and like everyone's thinking like, oh shit, like he actually won, and all of a sudden she just breaks it with ease.
Like
So like
Luffy
just that
did it,
simple
so
stuff, yeah.
I feel like she
She
should be
could
able
do
to.
that, but he'd already be out. I'm telling you, he's so quick.
And by the
Yeah.
way, just to point out, guys, we have confirmation now that he does have the road poneglyph paper now. He's wearing it on his back in that really
Yeah.
cool panel. So
Oh, really?
he yeah,
But he
I
has
just
to make a
noticed
copy
it.
of it.
Oh, yeah,
He has to make
Scobo.
a copy
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it, right?
yo, he's slick. I did not.
Yeah,
know
I haven't.
that.
I thought Big Mom said he still got to make the copy or whatever.
That's what I thought. So
Well,
he's
No, but
gonna
he's
do
got
it. I
he's
think.
got one on his
Well,
back
no.
though. That's for
But he,
certain.
but he
has
says
got
here,
one on his.
I will
Well, I
be
think
complete my
that's the
task of getting away with this roll poneglyph. So he's already completed. Now he needs to escape.
Yeah,
Well, no, I don't think he's got it yet because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
no, he doesn't even have it yet.
Yeah,
He's
and the
fighting
last
Big Mom.
last time we saw him
She
with
showed
Pedro.
up. Yeah, she
When
showed
we
up
saw
a while
Pedro
before he did it.
No, well, when we saw Pedro right last time, he had this on his back as well.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. But I don't know. It seemed like he was
So-
like,
So when,
it's like
when she
it
when
could
she
go
says,
either way.
yeah, but when
Like
she says,
when
do you
last
really?
time.
She says specifically, do you really want a copy of the slab of stone more than you want
Yeah.
Sancho back? As if I think she's standing
Like he
literally.
hasn't gotten in
Yeah,
front of
I
it.
think because if you look in the upper right panel, right, that's the back of the throne room,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
below that is where the poneglyph would be, and it looks like she's standing directly in front of it because you can see Prometheus and Zeus kind of on the bottom right of the top panel. So the top right panel, see that swirl of like looking like wind? I think that's Zeus.
Yeah. I think. Wait,
And
but
I think she's directly in front of it. Because if you look on the main panel, right, on the left side,
yeah.
there's
I'm
the
looking.
bars to her right, like the right below Zeus. There's bars above Brooke, but below Zeus, like kind of like stair bars. And I think that's where like the railings are for the side of it.
But don't you guys remember, like when Brooke was the chapter the last time we saw Brooke, he was upstairs, like after he beat all those people, he was upstairs and he looked to be like writing down the stuff. He was like in a rush, and then Big Mom comes in, so he was already up there in the upper rooms of the
I
treasury
guess
room.
Yeah, he was inside the room.
The only
But
thing else
he
would be
was
if she's
up.
blocking the exit, maybe then. But it looks like she's
Yeah,
blocking something.
yeah. I think she's definitely blocking the exit, like to make sure he can't get out. Well, that's just my theory anyway. I think he's got it anyway. I'm not.
Hopefully,
just
because
make-
otherwise, if he doesn't, like, there should be no way that he's getting it now. But
Yeah.
I agree.
so next page, if you guys want to go to the next one, that's I think one of the interesting ones because I was remembering something earlier where like obviously we can skip past kind of the tickling part because that's just super trolly. But
Oh wait,
Yeah.
sorry, DJK. Just to make one point quickly before we finish with Brooke, I was gonna mention a point. One of you guys mentioned about the why would anyone want to like die on purpose kind of thing that Brooke said.
Yeah.
But then that's quite a good parallel with Pedro as well, because obviously Pedro doesn't plan on leaving the island. He's not gonna die straight away, but he's not planning on to leaving the island alive.
But they've got to save him, dude. He's Pedro.
Yo.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't think he's like. I would love for him to be a straw hat, but I don't think he's gonna make
I
it.
think
Personally.
I think he's gonna be if he's
Be
not
on the
Straw Hat-
ship. Like
Well,
what next from Mushi did.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, either that, or I was just gonna say he's gonna be maybe like one of the
Nah, like-
alliance leads for Luffy,
No,
like
I
how
don't.
like Amnishes.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But
I
I
think
don't know.
Carrot's
'Cause-
gonna be the main. I think Carrot. If anyone joins, I would say it's gonna be Carrot. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I still think as well.
Yo,
Carrot's gonna
I don't
be-
think I got everybody's opinion. Oh, go ahead, Maris. Go ahead.
I still think that Carrot's gonna be the mink as well.
Yeah.
She will get.
Yeah.
She will probably get
Carrot.
the fruit that's on the boat as well, still hanging there waiting to be eaten by Carrot.
By the way, Maras, you're just sorry to interrupt, Devil. Like, but Maras, your mic's quite quiet. Like, you can
Yeah,
put
I
it up a
couldn't
bit.
hear it.
His
Yeah.
wife's sleeping too.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no worries.
Unless you want to tell her, pregnant woman. I don't think I would.
Oh no,
It's
no,
one
I will. I will not
time.
make that mistake ever. Sorry.
Hell no.
But yeah, regarding like this one with Carrot, Chopper, and Brule, I mean, like, I did find it silly a little bit that it was like tickling that was enough to cause me to like, say what's going on, but like, I don't know, man. I wasn't really thinking that first.
Oh wait, sorry. Hold on a second, guys.
It's an echo.
Yes, someone's
There's
echoing.
an echo.
I think
That ain't me.
it's Mars now.
All right, is it better
I
now?
hope it's not me.
Yeah, there it's gone now.
Yes, better. Yeah, it's gone.
But anyways,
Sorry,
back to
Devil,
All
like,
right, so I was
So you
about to
don't
ask. I don't think I got everybody's opinion about the last chapter. Was Pedro flying?
I think it looked like he kind of
yeah.
was. It reminded me of like you said in Lucy when he's
It
using
literally
his
said
shave
float.
techniques.
You
Because
know?
you guys, you know who played Burning Blood, right? Remember how like how Lucy in his cat form moves in the game? How he's like flying around almost, like but he's like skywalking, but just like it looks like he's flying. I think it's something like that.
Okay.
Like I think he's using his tail to control where his movements are going, but I think he's just skywalking in a sense. Just
Okay.
forward.
Skywalk.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of found it a little silly though, honestly, like the whole tickling aspect of it, because then eventually it led up to finding out from Brule that like even she doesn't know exactly like the directions, like where like the mirrors would take everyone. Usually, if you're able to touch a mirror, you would kind of get a sense of like where it's gonna lead you to. I don't know, that's just me.
I like the one thing that the reference, which was like obviously a Disney reference, which is mirror on the wall.
Yeah.
Echoing again, guys. Sorry.
I think it's Mars. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my.
But yeah, like that part was kind of just an interesting because like we always obviously we all know like it's Alice in Wonderland clearly what this is referencing. Like that's kind of been a well-known thing. But like the one thing that was interesting is how she's asking for like Brooke and all of them, right? But then they eventually say a guest room, and I don't know if that's Sanji's guest room, and then maybe that's where we'll find Sanji afterwards, like crying and shit. That's kind of where I feel like it's gonna be. But dude, I love that Carrot literally says I'm pretty good at drawing portraits, and I think I don't know if you guys ever seen Rukia from Bleach draw. I'm thinking it's gonna be something like that.
Something like that.
So we're gonna get some Bankais up in here or what?
Yeah, like we're
No,
gonna see the
it's gonna be
super
super
troll, the super bad like bunny rabbit drawings that we see.
Oh, like Luffy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty much like Luffy.
You're gonna
Like
draw
she
the
can't draw
ball.
at all.
Yep,
You
exactly.
can't
like-
draw it all.
Like Kinemon and the other guy, the painter dude.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yo, guys, wouldn't it be
They're
funny?
still gonna find them.
Wouldn't it be funny if a carrot drawed Sanji with the Duval face?
Yeah.
That would be so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah,
Yeah, Chopper
Yo,
would
we
have like
need-
the bounties from before. You just give it to Carrot and be like, okay, that's easy, and just like get the ball's face.
We need Oda to explain these devil fruits because
No, I
I'm
got
really.
you. I got you.
You got me.
Yeah, no, I got you. What do you want to know?
That's
So
what
you
I'm
guys hear me now?
saying,
yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah,
like
you sound good
because
now.
they were operating in the mirror world freely while Brule was unconscious. When most devil fruits, when a devil fruit user is unconscious, the power is
Yeah, it stops working. Yeah.
it stops working. It's inoperable.
But
But
it's like a whole different realm.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a
different
special
dimension,
case.
kind of. You
Yeah,
know.
I think special case.
Yeah, but
it's
then
like,
they said if they maintain contact with Brule, they can freely go through the mirrors.
Yeah.
well,
I
think they're like if you touch her, right? I think it's like
And
if you touch her,
yeah.
then like you can go through mirrors and stuff like that. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like if she's leaving and you grab on, you can also leave.
Yeah, I would assume if they can't touch her, right, or maybe if she's unconscious, they can't actually go through the mirrors and stuff. But if she's awake or if they touch her, I think then they can access the mirrors. I think that's how it works. At least that's my.
Well, they were
understanding
going- They were going through the mirrors while she was unconscious.
Were they though, or were they wake? Because from the last chapter, right?
No, they weren't.
constantly waking her up. Like they kept waking her up and saying like, "Wake her up, wake her up!" Like we gotta go through this mirror. That's what I understood from the chapter.
I thought they were trying to wake her up. I didn't think they were actually waking her up.
I think they were waking her up, and like she was like semi-unconscious, like she didn't know what's going on, but like they were still using her.
But you might be right though.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see later, like once she actually goes through it. But
And
yeah, I said stuff.
I still don't like the way that little story arc developed anyway though, because I just don't think that
yeah,
like she accidentally turned the frog into a copy of Carrot, and not only did she not realize it when she did it, but she didn't realize that wasn't the real Carrot hanging from the ceiling.
If you remember earlier, right? So way earlier in the arc, when Luffy's first gathering up people, he gathers up Nami, the actual real Nami, and then there's a bunch of animals. One of them is Carrot as a frog saying ribbit, 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 ribbit.
I remember that.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure that thing ran away, right? And at some point in time, I don't know exactly when, right? At some point in time, I'm pretty sure that Carrot somehow found its way into the house, and then therefore the real Carrot hid in the ceiling, because that's why she was like pretending to like talk, like, oh no, don't burn me.
But my
Like-
point is that if Brule knows that's how her power works, and she hears ribbit, ribbit, why wouldn't she say, oh, maybe this isn't the real bunny girl?
Well, we didn't see it say ribbit, ribbit. I know what you're saying, and it sounds stupid, but like from what we know is we didn't see it say ribbit. But yeah, like
No,
logically,
it It was saying ribbit, ribbit. You don't remember in the chapter before it was
Was it?
confirmed that Carrot was hiding inside the attic?
Yeah, I mean, like she was the one like in the attic doing the riveting noise, but at the same time, it was like the duplicate that was doing it too.
Yeah. I don't know. Like there are potholes in there. Like one big pothole we always talk about is like observation hockey and how like right now someone like Reiju or like Pudding, I would assume would have it.
And that's another situation with the observation hockey. She don't even have to understand her own devil fruit.
Wait, guys, one at a time. One at a time.
Yeah, I was thinking like the
Oh,
Captain Ginyu
go
reference
ahead.
from
Go
Dragon
ahead.
Ball Z, where how they were able to put those bodies down and stuff. I kind of looked at it as like that was like a small reference to probably that.
Yeah, like there are things that don't make sense, but you know, I
Yeah.
believe. I don't know if you guys want to go to the next. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, I'll just say because the thing I've realized the mirror world is probably the most boring part of the arc besides the seducing woods almost.
Yeah.
But it
I
seems
disagree.
like it's gonna be quite. Really? What do you think? More?
I thought the mirror world was pretty cool.
Yeah, the concept
It's
is
been
cool.
like minimal in chapters, so it's not like it's eating up space. And it's like, come on, we want to get to the wedding. Stop showing us this mirror world stuff. It was like been very minimal.
But I mean, like the whole stuff of how Brule got beaten and stuff. Like the mirror world actually itself is cool, but they don't seem. Otis doesn't seem to be like utilizing it like much. Or maybe later he will, but like the whole potential of what it can do
Probably gonna
really
be how
is
they
like.
escape.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
gonna be.
that's what I mean.
Especially from
That's-
this chapter, like now they know how to get out, and now they know where to go. You know,
Yeah.
like they can literally go get Luffy, get Nami, get Jinbei, go back into the mirror world, and then find Sanji.
Yeah.
You know.
I get your point as well, guys, on Devil Leg, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of annoying because every time we go there, it's like everything else around the chapter is so much better than it. Like, everything else in this chapter is a lot better than the Mirror World, in my opinion. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do we want to move on to the next part?
Yeah. So yeah, the next part's like where like Sanji's back at it, like basically sitting there, and then this is when they first introduced the memory part, which I thought was kind of cool because like I think people, I don't know who had mentioned it, but I think we kind of talked about like a dream. Now that we get confirmation that this is a memory fruit, that's kind of just an interesting thing for it in total, because like you could use it in so many ways. I feel like, and like she probably has used it on other people previous to this, from what we know.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys think about the fruit?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you reckon I think Big Mom obviously she has a problem with giants, and maybe this is a far like a too crazy of a theory, but maybe they use the power on Big Mom to forget about her past or the giants and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
could be.
know.
I think it's just I'm still in the camp that like she is maybe a giant or a half giant and something along the line. Because like for instance, right, Pound, it looks like she was specifically trying to like have husbands that were like somewhat giant looking, but weren't actually giants, just so she could try reproducing giant children. And I'm assuming that because that didn't work, that she's now trying to create actual giants. Someone's got a bunch of noise going on in the background.
Yeah, Monkey D.
I think it's the Buster call on effect.
Yeah. Then you mute your mic.
Yeah, mute your mic, Monkey. Thanks.
But yeah, so like I'm assuming that something along the lines of like she is maybe a half giant or a giant, and like maybe she was I think the word like banished, I guess, from her homeland, because like from what we know, like in the non-canon, like if you guys remember Film Z and then Episode of Z, right? Or I can't remember her name, but I think it's Pan, who's like a small giant, or sorry, a big giant, like an actual giant, but it has like the shrink fruit. So we know that female giants can technically exist, even though it's non-canon. I don't think Oda would like put it in there if he didn't want those to exist.
Mm-hmm.
There was a female giant in Marineford.
Oh yeah, no, that's true as well. So yeah, it's like we know that there's female giants, but I just don't know directly like what's up with her. The only thing I could think of, like I said, would be if she's like a half giant, and it would explain why she could live for so long. Is if being a giant, like you live, I think 300 years is the max from what we know.
Okay, that's a good point actually. She could be like Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a nice reference.
But yeah, with the memory fruit, I just one thing I thought was interesting is
I thought 300 was the average.
Yeah, no, was it well? That's what I'm saying. Is like the end of their lifespan is 300, from what we know. I think Dorian Broggy first mentioned that when they're fighting for 50 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I always thought it was interesting looking at like rage and stuff, because if you look at the actual film from like where she's pulling out, right, you can see a couple things, and like I don't know if that's the room they're in right now. It's the second film from the bottom, So the second film panel, if that makes sense, from the bottom.
The
You see
one
her,
of the-
like,
Yeah.
The one of
Right,
she
on the one right.
holding a gun.
Is it holding her gun? Like I can't directly tell. It looks like I don't know if that's her sitting in the chair. It's the one right next to Nitro Cell, the jelly. It's to the right of Nitro Cell. It's on the next page where she's holding all the films.
She just use her hand, just like put it inside her head.
Yeah. But
Oh, is that what you?
Like,
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, like
Because
it
it's
looks
weird.
like
Because
it might be used.
like if you guys have watched or read like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, there's a character who can literally like open you up like a manga book pretty much, and just like rewrite everything inside of you. So that's kind of I see as the reference to that, where like she's able to take away the memories of a person, edit them, so that way it goes the way that the user wants it to be.
Diamond is unbreakable.
Yep.
But
JoJo's greatest.
yeah.
But I don't know, because this is the thing I don't like about this. It's just the way that the Reiju hype has kind of died down for me now that she's been like, just kind of not like she hasn't been fotherized, but she's been caught off guard by Pudding. It's kind of annoying now.
Like, see, I'm still in the camp that, like, I think she's very strong. Like, this does obviously go against that idea, and like she should have not got shot, but like we don't really know what the hell happened. Like Big Mom's crew, the one thing I like about Big Mom's crew from like people like Shanks and stuff is their crew is so diverse. I feel like their powers seems like, for instance, like if someone give me a memory fruit root, right, and I was a fighter, it would seem pretty fucking useless. You know what I mean? But the way that these people are using their fruits, like the cream fruit and stuff like that, like it's pretty crazy. Like, or the book fruit, like that's pretty crazy for like what people imagine. So like that's the one thing, like we don't know if there's other, because like when she says edit right in the next part for her memory fruit, there might be other things that she might have used to therefore like get Reiju in the situation she's in. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I mean, like,
what do you?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, what do you think Reiju did? Because it seems a bit. This seems like sort of weird for her just to get shot randomly. So she has to have found out something or seen something she shouldn't have.
She could have either been spying, like, because for instance, there's no reason that Pudding would have done what she's doing now, unless it's literally that like she's actual evil to the point where like she's doing it for the laughs. But like I'm assuming either Reiju is poking around where she shouldn't be, or maybe like she's editing it to the point where like maybe she's gonna add something else. Like if we're going with the idea that she's good, I think she's doing it because like she assumes that like Sanji's family's all assholes and
but
like
could
she's
it
taking revenge.
could it also be that wasn't it that Sanji said that she gave him the mask for his face?
Yeah.
Did she
So-
tell her
so-
that though? I don't remember.
Yeah.
She told
I
her.
don't think
I-
she did. No.
No.
No, I don't think she said the family got her a mask, but I don't think she said.
Yeah,
or he
but-
said that it was her.
But I think that the Pudding knows that probably he's going to be the close one to her. So that makes sense that she probably used her as well for that.
Yeah, like it could be something like, for instance, like if Big Mom really isn't actually gonna like kill the Vince Smokes, right, and she's still gonna go with the wedding as is, it could be a situation where Pudding's Lee setting up the Vince Smokes family to like be wary of the Big Mom family.
Yeah,
Kind of where I'm at,
yeah.
because that would
No, I
explain
can-
why she's good. Like,
Yeah, I can see both sides, but it's just so weird how she's acting because, like, even I think Devil like said it earlier, like, there's too many inconsistencies on even if she's good or bad. It just doesn't make any sense right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
So-
someone on manga stream commented it that she may have multiple personality disorder.
yeah. Well,
So she's like in a sense like Shinobu Sensui from like Hakusho.
yeah, I thought when she was first shown, right? Like I thought the third eye, like I talked on one of Brago's stream, the third eye was gonna be like her bipolar other self, right? Like only when it's
Mhm.
open is the other self. But like, I don't know. Like,
It could
Like,
be that she's actually good, and then she decided to sabotage the marriage because she was standing in the way of Sanji and Luffy's crew. So she decided probably to open a third eye or something. I'm just guessing here. And then when the third eye opened, the other side of her came out because she's bipolar.
yeah, it could be. Yeah. The only thing
And I was gonna. Oh yeah, sorry.
I'll
go.
talk about later. I was just gonna mention Jinbei. Like I'll say something later about Jinbei. Just remind me about Pudding and Jinbei. Like Because I'll say it right now before I forget. But I think that like later, like we'll probably maybe get explanation of why Jinbei's there. Because from what we tell when Opera first shows up, right? Or when Jinbei first shows up in front of Opera, it's as if like he's not allowed there. So like I'm sure the crew knows about Jinbei. Like it kind of reminds me that like, maybe somehow putting free Jinbei and set him there, but you never know.
I think that'll
Yeah.
get creates wait for Jimmy to come back into the fray of things.
Jinbei came back?
Like pudding was the reason why Jinbei is there at the moment.
Yeah.
Jinbei did say that your Oprah said to him, what are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And then he
Oh,
said,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's already enough chaos. Like he's been around. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
the Jinbei was the one that said like, yeah,
But does
there's
this
already
mean-
enough chaos going on. So maybe like right now, like there's shit that's going on right now in the castle itself.
Does this
Yeah.
mean Peckham's is back?
Beckham's could be back too, I think, probably.
All right, Monk, is that you, Monkey D?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gone now. All right, yeah, Devil, like, go. What were you saying about Peckham's?
Well, I mean, if Jinbei is here, like if he didn't save him like the other day, then like Peckham's has to be back.
Well, Aladdin saved him most likely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aladdin's his vice commander or vice captain. Sorry.
But by the way, oh, sorry, yeah, what were you saying? Sorry, Devil, go on.
I was just saying Aladdin's his doctor.
Oh yeah, but that's his vice
Yeah.
captain.
Okay, just before we get onto like the Jinbei topic, I just wanted to say, what do you guys think? Now because the way the elders made this panel with the edit scene of Pudding and Sanji's left already, so do you think that's gonna play into the story? Like Sanji,
Wait, for that, I have to add something.
because do you think like obviously Sanji like now will not know that Pudding has the power to edit memories and stuff? Because he seems to be gone already before he's seen that.
Well, did he leave before that? Like, do we know if he
I
left?
thought he did after.
I don't know, because the way the panel looks like, it's like they show exactly straight outside after she's taken the memory and stuff. So to me, he just left the flowers, but he was gone already, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty sure
thought,
he had to have left, if anything.
I thought the same thing.
Well, I could be wrong anyway, but
Look, on page 12, you see him standing there, everything dropped. He put his hands back in his pockets because he couldn't light a cigarette. And after that, we see Pudding leaning over to Reiju, and then they talk, and she takes her memories. By the time Sanji's already gone. So I think,
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I thought he was gonna-
yeah, he couldn't light a cigarette. He put his hands in his pockets, took the meal, and then left probably.
Probably went to go buy a new lighter.
I mean, that's probably the case, yeah.
And I was gonna ask as well because I saw his review as well, and he made a good point that I'm not sure if the basket's still there in the last page of page 13, the last little panel. But do you think he made the point that he's probably gone with the basket with the meat and the oranges to go see Nami?
Well, Sanji doesn't waste food, so I'm pretty sure he took it because it's not in the panel before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you think he went to go give it to Luffy? Because obviously Luffy's like, and it makes the point that Luffy's not going to eat anything until Sanji gives him if it's Sanji's food. So Sanji gives him some of his food, then
Yeah,
Well,
Sanji,
depends too, because remember with Jinbei, when he goes to see Luffy again, Luffy's gonna say, "No, I have to stay put where I am because I made that promise to Sanji."
So that because yeah. Anyway, shout out to Sawyer. That was his theory because it made a lot of sense to me when he said it. So.
Yeah. I mean,
makes
yeah,
sense.
it would make sense honestly that Sanji would go to him, but I think like the moment I saw the basket on the floor, and obviously we saw afterwards with Jinbei going to meet Luffy, then it would make sense that like he's probably gonna go to Judge because like realistically he doesn't have anyone like that he can trust or at least like communicate with to like know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I think I think he'd rather go to Luffy than to Judge first. I think I don't know.
Yeah, remember Luffy's like holed up in like a prison or whatever, right? And I don't think like they'll let him to go in. Like he doesn't know that Jinbei ambushed the prison, right?
Yeah, but they know they still have the Zeph thing against him. So even if he makes a move, they'd be like, "We can kill Zeph if you try anything funny," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why. Because now it makes sense. Like now I'm thinking that maybe when Sanji goes back to see Luffy, then they're all gonna start making a plan from there. Because Jinbei will be there, to free them and all that stuff. So and then he's gonna have to be like, look, Luffy's gonna ask him what's going on really.
Yeah, but definitely, we'll try to move on now to the next part, which was, of course, we get back to the prison. We get to see what's going on with Luffy and Nami again, and Luffy again. I would say, like, my reference to that is like it feels like Guts from Berserk with the whole like the incidents with the arm and stuff, and you can clearly see like he's putting in work, like he's really trying to tear away his arm. And Opera, of course, trying to threaten Nami regarding Lolo's location, which we'll probably dive into that a little bit more about like someone else that could have done the interrogation. But we get the character, our hero, who came to the rescue, and that was Jinbei, coming in with that justice fist. And I gotta ask real quick, did Opera get one shot, or is he just knocked out for the moment?
Dude,
I think he got one shot at.
Yo, Jinbei
That's
is
what I'm gonna start with too. Yep.
probably
If
below.
he's knocked out for the moment, that means he got one shot at.
Yeah. Yo, Jinbei is strong, man. He's on.
That's what people like forget. Like it's like he is already on a class of his own. Like he was one of the 7 warlords, right? That monarch in itself, the name, should already show that the guy's powerful. You know what I mean?
Like
I still say Jinbei's stronger than
Big Mom
Luffy.
should have been able to one-shot
Hey,
Brook.
But maybe I'm crazy though.
Hey guys,
Jinbei
one at a
would stay
time.
stronger.
One at a time, guys. So yeah,
Yeah.
whoever Lazaro, Devil Egg goes Stebo.
No, go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Devil Egg.
I was just making a joke about how Big Mom should have been able to one-shot Brook.
Oh, well, I still say Jinbei's stronger than Luffy, but maybe I'm crazy.
What? Okay.
I kind of think that a little bit.
He should be like this is the thing. He kind of should be because he fought Ace for what was like 3 or 5 days. I can't specify.
5. It was
To a
5.
standstill, right? Like and like Ace was pretty damaged afterwards, and that was way back, dude. That was like what, like 2 years maybe before we got to where Luffy was, or something like that. When the story first started, so that's like 4 years from now. But like at the same time, like Luffy being the main character and training under Rayleigh might have got the push that he needed to kind of get over that hump.
Like, I know this sounds like such a troll question, but is Jinbei taking a King Kong gun?
I don't think so. No, sorry. I think he is.
The way I see it, Nikki, is that Jinbei is probably physically on Gear 2 level, and then he can make powerful attacks on Gear 3rd level, and maybe if he goes all out, Gear 4, but not on a King Kong gun.
Like
I don't think there are too many characters that can take a King Kong gun straight up and still be over 50%.
Because the King Kong gun is an island splitter, which is a Yonko level attack.
I mean,
Gear 4, normal Gear 4 is.
It's a town splitter. I wouldn't say it's an island splitter.
An island splitter is when we're gonna get someone like Shanks, where they're gonna literally just cut an island in half, like or Kaido. Kaido's gonna be an island splitter for sure.
Did that literally.
But this is. Sorry to interrupt, guys. I was gonna say, but this is always giving me the question about. I've never do fishermen have haki? I know this might be stupid, but I've never like seen them with haki yet. But maybe they do because they should. But they don't really need it either
I
because
would say they
fishermen
kind of
karate.
need ornament from what we see. Like I don't see why they couldn't have it, right? Like for instance, like someone like Koala, I'd assume she can get some form of haki later if she doesn't have it right now. Like even though she's using fisherman karate. But like yeah, like the idea that like you can use your like the water and the air to like utilize basically devil fruits.
That's true. Yeah, and the thing that's always surprised me because I didn't think humans could learn fishman karate until I just thought it was special to fishmen.
Technically, we could say that Jack has it. So like.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Even though he's half fisherman or whatever he is, like he at least is kind of like has it.
Yeah, he has to have it. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say something small. Like if you look at behind Opera on the top panel when you first see him, if you look like I think it's 5 books from the left inwards, that looks so familiar, but I don't know what the hell that like thing is. It looks like a bird creature kind of thing. It looks like an animal. It's on the bottom books. You'll know when you see that.
Let me see that actually.
Yeah, I thought it was a dodo bird.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, doesn't it? It looks. It looks like. I feel like it kind of reminds me of the drawing of Ryunosuke. So,
because if we think about it, the dodos were also like back in the days with the pirates and stuff, and then they were killed.
Yeah, like these books things I always keep an eye on because I feel like we're eventually going to see something crazy on one of them.
I noticed that one of the books at the very left afterwards has like the 2 swords in a way. You don't think that's a book that probably has information about like the Wazemonos?
Oh yeah, it could. Like I'm waiting for the jail books, like other jail books that like have like crazy amount of people in them. Yeah. Like the thing is, also I'll say this though, like I don't really get how Jinbei is gonna save them because I feel like there was only the bookmark that Montour had that would be able to get them out, unless he has it. It's like lying around here somewhere, maybe. I don't see how else he'd be able to get them.
No, I think Jinbei's been around her enough though to know like those kind of things and how
Oh
to
yeah,
get
you
people
know,
out.
from her or something. It'd be
Yeah,
cool.
so I reckon he has a plan.
I think I need to see a Jinbei fight though. This arc, like a 1v1.
Maybe he
Yeah.
can even rip out the page.
That'd be actually pretty funny if he just carries him around with him.
And I was gonna say, do you what Luffy's doing trying to rip off his arms? Does it remind you of Zoro in Little Garden when he's about to chop his legs off? Like when the
There's
candle
actual
guy.
blood coming out. Like, it's
Yeah, what if you get the pages wet and then you can get them out like that?
that'd be kind of cool.
That would be so stupid. That'd be funny though.
I
Well,
love. I'm not gonna lie. I love like the small things Oda does with like Opera. He's like, oh, like you better hurry up and tell me, otherwise I'm gonna start shooting you with a crossbow. And then she's like, I
Yeah.
don't want that option either. When he says I'm gonna rip my arms off and save her, and then they're both Opera and Luffy are both like, quit being so difficult and choose.
Yeah.
It's so trolling.
Yeah.
yo, where has observation hockey been this arc?
Dude, it's like never here anymore. I'm telling you, dude. Like I don't know, like what Oda's do to it. There's so many times where like we should have seen it. Like, I still think it'd be crazy if Big Mom actually has such a crazy observation that like she could have told or tell that Luffy was like 3 islands away incoming. Like that'd be fucking crazy.
Brule messing up,
But
Opera messing up,
yeah.
Reiju messing up,
No, for
But
real.
Smoothie messing up,
Sanji
Yeah,
messing
no,
up.
it's too
Sanji,
much. Yeah.
the expert, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But the point can be made that like because these are not the strongest people in her crew, but I don't think they should be getting one shot either. But I'm just saying, even though they're not the strongest, like the Katakuris, the Bobbins, the Smoothies, like these people,
Opera-
if they get one shot, that's bad.
No, Opera is not the strongest. So the way I see it,
what's going
we have
on?
the way I see it, we have 3 sweet commanders. We have the 3 below them, the top executives like Bobbins, Amande, and Montour. And then we have Opera and
Yeah.
Broken Tamago.
Yeah, they're the mock vice of the crew.
I don't think it's gonna be Bobbin. I think it's gonna be Gillette, Mondor, and Opera.
Yeah.
And the thing I've realized as well, guys, because the thing is starting to annoy me now is because the way that Big Mom's made her network sound like she has such a vast network of news and finds out stuff. Why she still keep asking about Lola? Like, I'm starting to believe she really doesn't know where she is.
Done with that.
Yeah, because it makes no sense now. Like, she either really must not know where she is, or she's just trolling like a motherfucker. Like, it's just incredible.
I mean, I don't know. It's a tough thing to think though, because like I always had the assumption that maybe like she stole something from Big Mom probably, and that's why she's on the hunt for her. Because if like a girl's just left and just like she has nothing really like to offer her or like that she can use as a necessity, I would just like let her go. So she might have something like valuable to Big Mom.
I remember reading a theory about how Pudding maybe modified her memory so she thinks badly of Lola.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
That like Pudding probably like did something to Big Mom or to Lola or to herself. What was it like with the memories?
The edit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, why would she, though? Like, I feel like that was her role model when she was younger, was Lola. So unless it's straight up hatred for her for leaving her, maybe.
I think that's probably like her real feelings. Because I don't know, because she would be really sadistic if she actually like edited her own memories. But then again, like she even said, if you want to forget something from the past, that could possibly like she could do it to herself as well.
Putting the one thing I thought was interesting, if you remember the little girl that was looking for the kitchen knives, so she could pick the teddy bear up. That's kind of that's kind of how I feel like maybe a lot of the girls are.
Yeah, I think the girls are just mad. Like obviously, her whole family's messed up, but there's some people that seem like less like. The first person we saw her kill was like one of her sons, and like the first impression I got from that guy, that he was quite noble and stuff. Like he didn't seem like a bad character, like bad person like the rest of the crew. But he got one shot and killed. But the rest of her family seems like the worse you are in that family, the longer you survive, I guess.
Maybe she likes the ones that are crazy like her, or have mental disorders like Pudding, bipolar.
None of them really seem too bad, you know. They just in the game, you know.
Yeah, they're defending their island from attack. Nothing bad about that.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, just to comment on that, because John and Donuts is making a comment about that you do have gaps in like vast networks and stuff in operation, but like she's been looking for Lola for a long time now. You know what I mean, John? So it's kind of annoying that now that Lola is back in the new world and stuff, or even in the Grand Line, that she still hasn't found her. Like she can find all the stuff out about Sanji, about Zeph and stuff, and she can't find Lola. It's a bit like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
So two things I was going to mention in the panel, right, before we go to the next one, is one thing that was interesting, caught my eye, was behind the couch, right, to the left of it, the black book. I don't know if that's just maybe like, just a random color, or if that's like something maybe important.
Yeah, it should be I mean, it's weird because all the other books are like white, and that's the only one that stands out. So yeah, it could be an important book though. Maybe that's like if you think about it too, if you look at it from like the book that like Luffy's in, the prison one, right? On the very corner to the right, it looks a little more of like a darker black. So that might be like a prison books.
Yeah, probably. Because in the previous chapter, when we first see all these people, like we see prison books specifically, like we see 3 of them back to back for sure. The second thing I was gonna mention is, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the 5,000 tile thing, right, I literally thought that this dude actually lost his top knot, because I feel like Oda was trolling us, because if you look at the bubble, right, it's covering the top knot.
Yeah.
So I thought that that theory is gonna come true. We're like, oh, like his top knot's gone, but we see it right after. And from what we tell, though, it doesn't look like he lost anything. So I'd assume it's maybe his lifespan. But like, who knows?
It would be one of those options of like, you know how like on the roulette it'll tell you like bankrupt, and then like you get like you just do it again or whatever. Like maybe he lands on the one where it's like nothing happens by luck, like fate.
I would die. Like Luffy's luck so OP that like it transferred to.
Like imagine we get like a flashback of it, right? And like Big Mom's like, no, I want to do over.
Yeah, like I always wonder about that, like what the hell it was. But yeah, dude, like I guess you can talk about Opera Louis getting the 5,000 tile Justice Fist.
Like maybe because he's made out of liquid, right? Like I don't know what he is technically. Cheese? Is he melted cheese? Or I don't know what it is.
It's a cream.
It's like cream.
Yeah. Like a little coffee cream.
I guess it's dairy, so it's cheese anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's like shaving cream because it burns.
So it would be more effective getting hit by water attacks, right, than a normal person. But I don't know. That's just my theory. I'm thinking because he's made of like liquid mostly. So
yeah, it could be like it does more
It's
damage.
very convenient.
Yeah, no, but I still don't think it's a one shot. Like I think he'll get back up and then Jinbei will finish him off, but it's not a one shot.
I mean, I don't know, because like Jinbei is a former warlord, man. Like he should be able to knock out like grunt like executives and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Like, and like I don't think he's out for the entire day, but I think he's out for now at least. Plus, there's like a punch out of nowhere, dude. Like, one small thing going back to the book thing is on this page on the upper left, right above the the upper right, but the upper left panel, right above Jinbei, right? It says there's a book on the very, very upper right corner, and it says crime, and it looks like crime and history. I can't tell though, or WIS. I can't tell what the hell that would say. That's the only thing else that caught my mind.
What above Jinbei?
So above the bubble where it says Jinbei on the upper left panel, right? So the very upper right of the upper left.
Oh, I see, right in the corner.
It looks like more like a spider web, though. Is that the one with the exclamation mark is?
Crime and something though.
Yes, it's
crime. Oh, that one. Okay, I'm looking at the one that's where the exclamation mark is. It looks like almost like a spider net. Yeah.
At first, when I saw that, I thought it was gonna be his. If you look at Jinbei's like pattern on his shirt, it kind of matches a little bit.
Yeah.
That, or if it's like a steering wheel. Maybe it's squared up in the book.
Maybe it's Shiki.
Yeah, that was the same thing. Is that the same thing he was wearing when we last saw him?
Last time, yeah, but I don't think on Fishman Island. I don't think so. Well,
I think when he went to see Big Mom, that's the last thing he was wearing.
But
but what do you guys think? Okay, now because this is really weird. So everyone's thinking that apparently there's a theory out there about Jinbei has one leg now. He's Kiros 2.0.
Yeah, I was looking at that, right? And
they didn't show his left leg.
Yeah.
I
think he's fine though.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be fine.
Someone on he looked fine, and someone on One Vision's video, the one we made, the reaction to the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Someone commented it. I'm assuming the crown and the roulette. You guys remember that? The crown.
Yeah.
There was a crown. So John Whitley is saying, I'm assuming the crown on the roulette might have been reputation. So Jinbei might have just landed on that one.
Yeah, I thought that, but I don't know.
But how, like,
yeah.
How could you like take away his reputation? Like people would still fear him. You know what I mean?
No, not really. Because now everyone's saying he's a coward because he ran away and he was like behind.
But like,
Yeah,
it makes,
No, I'm not. I'm talking about like not in Big Mom's fires, but I'm talking about like to the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Like
Even
the Stebo, the warlord.
even then though, like if it's just Big Mom, right? Like her crew, like even then you still know that like this is Jinbei. Like for instance, if Kaido got his reputation like kind of like thrown around, right? It's Kaido. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the
True
day,
that.
like
Not really. If Kaido loses his reputation in his own crew, that basically loses everything.
but I'm saying like
No, but
rep
it's
is something, but at the same time, like it's not. Like I don't know how like you're strong if you're strong. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, reputation's only like if people can trust you and stuff, and if you're like a loyal person and stuff. But strength, people generally just follow strength over reputation. So
But
I'll be right back in 1 minute. I'm trying to grab a drink, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
sweet.
I mean, like, I know. I think Jinbei's fine. I think it's probably going to be along the lines of like he maybe had some years ripped off his life, or miraculously on the wheel he landed on the spot where nothing happened. Like he's good to go.
yeah, maybe that's
don't-
just reputation. Maybe that's it.
No, I think has to be because like Luffy's
I don't
the
think
only
there's a good
person.
spot on the wheel though. I think like he
Yeah.
knew something no matter what.
Like the only people who should be that lucky to me are these. Like these are like the lucky people in my opinion. But everyone else should be getting like screwed over. Like, if it came to something like that. Like, for example, when Hawkins was trying to judge how Luffy's like lifespan after the war, if he was dead or alive and stuff, but it never went to 0, and that's just to me because Luffy's like he's a D and stuff. So
I mean, because I'm looking at the wheel now. You get like 10, 100, 10, 1,000. You get arm and leg. You get one that has like 2 Big Mom faces, and another one that looks like. I mean, if I were to look at it, it looks like a teeth or like. I don't know, like what would it be that he got?
what chapter was that, by the way, lads?
830.
Oh, okay, sweet. Let me have a look.
That's like the first time we ever see the roulettes.
Yo,
Hmm.
he's wearing the same thing.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it made sense.
Yo,
But
about
like
Jinbei- yeah, sorry.
That's
Yeah,
what I think too, because there's a bullseye too also with this. So like if he hit the bullseye or she hit the bullseye, it's like what would happen in that case? Like he'd be safe or like
But I don't know. To me, it's
What do
like
you mean a bullseye?
because I mean like if you look at how the roulette, because like let's say if they like to use darts instead of just spinning the wheel, but they use darts itself too to like because it almost looks like if you're playing like with darts pretty much on the on the wheel. So like if she was gonna throw a dart, she would land on the spot she's trying to get.
That's what confused me because I think she actually said he spun 100 years. I think that's what she said.
She says spun. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it's like
I think
you
she did.
spin it.
Are you guys talking about Pedro?
Yeah.
Then? Or,
Oh no, we meant like with Jinbei, like exactly like
Garbage.
how like why like how like pretty much like what happened with him, like the whole roulette's like what the outcome of it was.
Yeah.
And, like if we like she spun the wheel, if like they use darts, because it almost looks like a dartboard in a way.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
it would
thought
be
it was-
strange, right? Because then she can just throw every time on the thing that she wants.
Imagine like
Yeah.
how savage it would be. Like,
Like,
imagine
it's a
like there's only
roulette,
one little
I thought.
spot that was good, and Jinbei has to use darts to throw for his life to get the one he wants.
I think
Obviously-
it's more like a wheel of
I just sent
fortune
the
or something.
screen.
Yeah, it's a wheel of that. Exactly, that's the best comparison.
Because if it
Yeah.
was
Like-
really a dartboard, wouldn't like Pedro? Like I feel like Pedro would be able to land on whatever he wanted.
Yeah, like he's so, at
Exactly,
least skilled
because-
enough to like hit the center. Like, what did you
Yeah,
want?
exactly.
Like, I
If
can
you're
go
like a
now.
sniper or something, you
go.
can just hit like on.
Usa.
Okay.
He snipes it.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like what would it else? Like the only thing I could think of would be if it, like you said earlier, like a spot like in between 2 of them, right? And it lands like in between. You know how like sometimes in games on roulette boards there's that middle
Yeah.
like line, that
But-
sliver. You know what I'm saying?
well, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything like that though. I thought they were all
Well,
bad spaces. To
yeah, but
land
what-
on, you know?
Well, if it is like 10 years, that is still fine for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
Like,
but I feel
But
like
you also-
it's,
But you
I
also
feel like
got
it's
to
a lot
think
more
though.
though. Like, sorry, Steve, but yeah, I feel like it's a lot more though
Cool.
because I feel like either Pedro or Jinbei is not gonna make it out this arc personally. Because, like, I love Pedro. Like, Pedro to me now is just my number one. Should be Straw Hat now after taking his eye out. But I don't know. Jinbei to me like seems to like he's I don't know. He should join the Straw Hats, but at the same time, I feel like he's not gonna get out of this arc unscathed. So he's the type of guy to like give up his life for the rest of the crew, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
Dude, even if
So-
he got hurt from the wheel, I was still thinking he has to join the crew. It'll be too dope. Like, Jinbei's the best.
Nah, I like personally like I used to feel like that, but then Pedro came along, then I like
Yeah,
Caesar.
How
But
many
I don't,
times?
They,
I don't
he
think.
literally promised
But I
to
don't.
join later, right?
How many times has
When Luffy
Jinbei
first
saved the
asked him.
day? This is like the 100th
Yeah.
time.
But
I don't think. I don't think.
Every
You go ahead.
No, wait, let Marasco. Let Marasco.
No. Let that heaven speak. It's fine.
All right, go
It's
for
been
it.
since the water arc. What?
we had him in Impel Down. He saved Luffy. We had him in Marine Ford to save Ace. He saved his life by tanking hits from Akainu. That's the highest you can go. After that, he brought him. I mean, he helped him to Rayleigh. Post time skip, Fishman Island. I mean, there's so much. And then now Pedro just give. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's-
like
I get,
not
like
fair.
Jinbei's
I get
still
what you-
over Pedro. You
No, I
know?
get what you mean, guys, but that's why I think like Jinbei's done his bit. He's literally got Luffy into the new world. Without Jinbei, Luffy would not have survived a lot of stuff. So I think Jinbei's like that's how I'm seeing it right now personally. Like I love Jinbei, but I think his like part is done. Like they'll make a new Fishman friend. Don't worry.
New friend.
Nah, Jinbei was it.
But
That's like saying you don't want Fish or Tiger. Like, stop.
yeah,
No, but Fish or Tiger died excited. Like he's
I know.
like,
I'm just
sad,
saying. I'm
he's
just
sad
saying.
death, but that's why like Jinbei's gonna do something like that, man. He's gonna not on that level because it's a different kind of story, but I think Jinbei's gonna like he won't make it out this arc. Him or Pedro's not making it out. One of those two.
I don't
That's
know.
just my
I
opinion.
felt like Jinbei would make it out of this arc only because at Fishman Island, when Luffy asked him to join the crew, he literally said, later, I have to do something first. And then
Yeah.
we figured out that the thing he had to do was go to Big Mom and say, I'm leaving your crew because I believe in Straw Hat Luffy. So I thought that that's the thing he had to do. And like now after this arc, it's like, I have no obligations. I can join you.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
No, but
Like, that's what I thought.
Exactly.
But if you think about this, sorry to interrupt, guys. But if you think about it this way, this will be the ultimate betrayal for Jinbei, though. Like, I don't think, even though he did the spin and stuff, I think Big Mom is
For him
petty.
to
So, no. For him to once he leaves the crew and joins Luffy, and even though Luffy talks so bad about, because I don't think he mentioned he's gonna join Luffy to Big Mom. So the fact is, Fishman Island, this could make sense of the whole prediction of Fishman Island going up in flames because she's like, oh, you're gonna join my enemy. All right, let me just.
But they had a whole flashback for that, bro. Literally, Jinbei had a whole flashback when he was on Fishman Island and he was worrying about them. And they said, no, literally, don't worry about us. Go do what you need to do.
But
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. True. But people always say that though, kind of, and then.
Because people are right, Nikki.
No, but I really think that it's something like this is for Pedro, the last thing he has to do
Yeah.
to get revenge for stuff, and that this will be his end.
Yeah,
I don't think Pedro will not joining the crew. I think he's on a mission or something as well, and we don't know yet what's going on, but we see small
Let's
hints
see the spy for
coming. Yeah, could be, but I already
No, I'm
said like,
joking.
but already said like, we saw the thing also with I don't still know if it is Beppo his father or something, but yeah.
That's definitely his dad.
So there's some things going on about that. We saw some hints about that, and I think there will be some more revealing of that, and then we know for sure at the end, and probably he will get killed. I think really Pedro will get killed in this arc.
But don't you think there's a chance of because I just don't think he span and he got the
Dude,
he got really lucky.
Nikki,
you know?
do you not understand? Jinbei's literally like the GOAT. Like he's been,
No, he's-
Yeah, I mean, that's
he's
true,
literally
it's
the
true.
GOAT. Like he's
No, I
been
get your
doing
point.
shit every
That's
arc.
that's the thing that's the point I'm making. Like you can't always have a guy like that to always have your back just in case.
I
It needs to
mean,
be
they have
more risk.
Usopp and Zoro, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. But those guys
Sick.
they've always been in the crew. But what I'm saying is Jinbei has saved Luffy's life a lot. Like if he keeps doing it over time and nothing happens to him, like he's like, you know what I mean?
He's gonna just join the crew and smooth sailing, bro. Smooth sailing.
Man. Like I think like he's. I think Jinbei or Pedro's dying definitely.
I think
If
Pedro's
anything, I'd say Pedro would probably. I see him dying more than Jinbei. Just being
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah.
so same.
Yeah.
But you can imagine like Jinbei's just like, look, I
I can't imagine it. Jinbei is literally the GOAT.
No, I get what you're saying, but imagine Jinbei got
I
taken
feel
like
you.
50 years off like Pedro, right? And he's like already quite old himself. He's not like as young as Pedro was. So Jinbei's the type of guy like Sanji. He won't say anything, and then once the Straw Hats get off the ship, he'll probably just sacrifice himself to make sure they don't get chased. And then he's like, he'll pull a Bonchan, and just the gates will close, and everyone will cry, and everyone's like, oh my god, we're going to Marineford.
Let me put it this way: if I have to make a reference for sure when it comes to like Kingdom, and I don't like to use spoilers, but if you guys know the character Dooku and the moment
I'm
happens,
out.
right?
No spoilers for me.
That's how I see with Jinbei. That's all I'm just saying. If I was just say Dooku, that's it. I just think Jinbei.
You know, what are the odds of Jinbei putting his pride to the side and doing Big Mom dirty?
I don't think so. I know I think his pride is the reason he came back.
Because you remember when all the citizens were saying Jinbei got cold feet, he decided to not go through with it. What if he did that, but then he just decided to hang around until he found an opportunity to break Luffy out?
Maybe. I kind of felt
And
like
that's why he's like unharmed. You mean?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. His honor.
that's why I felt like he went back was
Honor.
because of his honor.
Yeah, because otherwise he could have just not gone back
Yep,
at
really
all.
left on Fishman Island with them.
Yeah,
Like see you guys. I'm going to
yeah.
the
He literally said, "I can't join you just yet because I have something I have to do." Like he said, "I have to do it."
Yeah. Not to mention,
You
wasn't
know?
his crew back at Whole Cake Island as well? The rest of the Sun Pirates.
Probably. I don't know.
So yeah, it's kind of a dick move. Like I mean, like obviously we know now from the conversation that they're okay with him going to deal with the Straw Hats, but like I mean that'll be a dick move. Like your captain goes to join like another crew, and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why Big Mom's gonna be angry and be like, "All right, you're gonna do that, Jinbei? Then fuck
But, I
Fishman
mean,
Island."
But it's different because like he's more of a subordinate, not than like a crewmate. You know, that's like two different things.
Yeah, but you saw how personally Big Mom took it. She was like, "You're a really strong, like
Yeah,
especially
but
a fishman on a
Nikki,
crew."
you have to consider he also brought the pornoglyph with him as well, right?
Yeah,
But-
he didn't match it for her.
Why does she care? She's got a road pornoglyph. She probably has
Because-
the paper for other ones.
Because you
You
still
know?
need the other
Jinbei,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Remember,
true.
not all the poneglyphs are useless. Because
It
like,
is-
yeah, there are
it is-
30, but not all of them are going to be like useless. All of them are going to have a part in the story.
Yeah, exactly. There's still valuable information on that as well, and she needs
Yeah.
that.
That's okay. That's a fair point, guys. But at the same time, you have to see it from Big Mom's point of view. He literally, like, you know, when you tell someone bad news, you obviously want to do something good for them, so everyone can tell. Like, you make someone a cup of tea and sit them down and be like, "Why are you doing that for?" And I'm like,
I'm
"I
not
got
from
something to
England.
tell you."
Yeah, don't-
Oh, okay, well, but all right
No,
then.
I'm joking.
You
That's
have
worse than
to.
the Kingdom
You go
spoilers.
to fucking Starbucks and you buy someone a fucking vanilla latte,
I
whatever
don't
you
buy
Americans
Starbucks
do.
either. Stop
Yeah, okay,
Please,
but Nikki,
please.
that was why we had the Wheel of Fortune for that,
Yeah, I'm reading a chapter right now. I'm trying to get to Wheel of Fortune part. So
and
I'll
the
be-
Wheel of Fortune just decided what is penalty, if you can say
Would
that
be.
was.
There was
yeah.
only one dude. The Wheel of Fortune, everything was bad, but there was only one spot that was like kind of like questionable because we didn't know what it was. And in my mind, I always thought like because it looked like an ally. That's what I thought. Like the faces one, like I thought like she might like attack like for example like it's someone else. You know, like that's why there was that flashback, like when they said like don't worry about us. You know.
Yeah.
It's because
That's a
Big
fair-
Mom is so petty. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know, but I feel like he cannot have gotten. There's two. It's the new world. People are taking risks now. Like
Nobody.
Pedro
yeah, okay.
lost 50 years of his life. I reckon Jinbei at least lost 100. Like maybe. Like not 100. Like not for definite. But I'm just saying. I feel like if people keep getting away unscathed, like it's not good at the moment. Like Jinbei should be suffering something.
Maybe there is something that he suffered, but we didn't saw it yet, so we don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
in the
that's what I
next,
mean, like-
maybe in the next chapter we'll find out that's what happened with Jinbei, but that doesn't mean that he still can be should be dead or something.
he's
No,
coming
but
on the
don't you-
crew, Nikki.
Don't you think like the more they like the only way Jinbei can get out of a weird situation like this, he can't join Luffy and think it'll be okay with Big Mom, even though it's obvious he didn't tell Big Mom I'm joining your enemy's crew. The guy talked smack about you at Fishman Island and said he was going
Yeah,
to
but
defeat
I
you.
still don't think that Big Mom see a big of a in Luffy something big, because you know what she said about him. It's like what was it? What she refers to him like sand something?
Oh yeah, just a pebble of sand.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
like,
So
Yeah.
she doesn't bother about Luffy. That's the point.
But it's like
Yeah,
it's
he
like
doesn't see as a threat at all right now.
Yeah,
she'll be
exactly.
like, "Oh, you
So
joined
yeah,
that guy? Like,
yeah.
oh,
Okay, if you want to join him, no problem. Go ahead.
Literally,
Yeah, because that'd be different.
okay.
Let's say like he was gonna join up with Kaido. That would be like a whole different story. Like, oh shit, you're joining up with another Yonko. Like, what the hell? But, like, you're joining with
No,
a
I'm gonna
pebble.
change
It's
the
like,
tide.
Okay, that's a fair point, guys. But we have to give some credit to
Well,
what the Straw Hats have done.
that's already our third fair point. So
yeah.
Wait, no.
yeah, I mean,
No,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
This is a debate,
Facts.
son. All right, we're
Yeah,
just
and we put
debating.
down
Back.
3. We put down 3.
Look, okay, let me put this down. Out of all the out of all the crews that are out there that we know about, right? What the Straw Hats have done is so far ahead of most of them that we know of. It's quite insane.
Dude,
Like
but
they've
that's
really,
what we know of Nikki. That's only
yeah, no,
what
that's
we
like
know.
that's the point I'm trying to make. But we know for a fact no one else has gone to Impel Down. No one else has destroyed Enos Lobby, even though it really wasn't them. But you know what I mean. No one
Yeah,
else
but I
has
think
gone
in
to
the eyes of the
Marineford.
Yonko, they probably wouldn't see that as like impressive. Like, think about it.
Exactly.
Eventually,
Like,
we
they
see like the
probably did
stories
even
of them. What they
crazier
say,
stuff, dude.
yeah, like
Could
just
have
like a
done
little small
crazier
story.
stuff.
Like, you know, when you read a story, you get like the beginning, middle, and end. You know how there's like the prequel before the actual main story. Just a snippet from that, from whatever the Yonkos will say, will wash away anything like anyone else has done, even what Kid's done.
Okay, I get that as well. But then for example, when they found out they were negotiating about the sweets, right? When they found out the factory in Fishman Island was destroyed, and
Right.
then Tamago was like telling Big Mom, maybe we should just take the money, and she just started freaking out. She's like, why the hell will I stop not want basically compromise on what I want? I don't ever compromise on what I want. So to me, she'll take it, even though it's on the principle of Jinbei leaving to someone like Luffy, even though he's a pebble, it's kind of a bit more insulting, you know what I mean? It's like, you gonna leave me for the scrub like this scrub? Like, really?
I don't know. I
Like,
mean, like,
look, and plus she's crazy, guys. We've seen her do some crazy stuff. Like, she can easily change her mind. It's not like she's apparently a noble person.
yeah.
Like,
yeah, but you have to also consider at the moment he helped her with the cake, giving her the cake, what she getting a little bit
The
easier
road
about it.
poneglyph.
but she doesn't
The
care about
croquembouche, she gives the croquembouche, gave him as well. So she was at that moment just chill. And maybe that was the point that she was like, okay, yeah, just give the wheel of fortune. We will see what's gonna happen. Fine. Okay, maybe you lost 10 years of your lifespan. Okay, done.
Peace later.
Yeah.
Bye.
No, but you're thinking okay,
You-
if you had a
I
fish man
think you
on your
think too deep about this, Nikki.
No, because I think the point of it,
Nikki
how
loves his One
how
Piece.
important is a fishman on your crew? To be honest,
To
a
Big
fishman on a
Mom,
crew.
it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all.
Okay, I'll get your point, but I'm just saying, as a resource, as someone on your crew, having a fishman on your crew is actually quite sick.
It
Like,
is sick,
that's why-
and it will be sick for Luffy's crew when Jinbei joins. But for Big Mom, she really doesn't care. Like,
She
she
could get
left.
fishmen easy.
Yeah,
like-
like
to Luffy,
everyone.
it's kinda
Dude,
like
you
building up.
remember what's it called? But you remember when they were
Remember-
saying
remember?
like you join like there's only 2 ways to get by, right? Like either you join up with the Yonko or you try and pass like like rise up yourself.
You
And
join
if you're
them and-
doing that, that's like the hard route, and you're probably gonna die. You know.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
like fishmen like that become pirates, like they might just like she already had fishmen and like every other race on her. You know what I mean? On
Yeah, I get what
like,
you're
throughout
saying,
her
but
territory. Like, she
Jinbei
still
is
has
the
fishmen.
strong.
He
Jinbei
is
is
the
the
strongest, but,
strongest
like,
fishman.
I think
He is, but he left, and he left the way Big Mom's like. That was the only way he could leave. Like
Yeah.
Big Mom said that, like if you're doing it, this is how you have to do it, and you have to do the wheel, and he did that.
I think the big reason.
So
for
I think she's gonna give it to him.
I think the big reason for like him leaving and like why it's a big deal was like he was a representative, for the fishermen people, right? Because she's like, oh, like the reason like we keep you around, kind of like why the Marines kept them around in the world government was he represented the fisherman like race basically.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like her losing that was also kind of losing in the race.
I'm about to go eat.
People, okay, peace, man. But like losing the fisherman race, then because it's kind of like a disrespectful thing. Like for instance, we could go this route. Like let's say if like like Nikki, right? Let's say he left the Outer Haven group, right, and like joined someone else's group, right? It's kind of like
That's pure disrespect, fam.
Exactly, he's disrespecting the crew.
Yeah, but couldn't it also be like she was after the tomato box and she got it now and she was like, okay, now I have done. Okay, Jinbei, let it go.
That's kind of what did.
Nah,
Like some. Well,
I
no,
don't
like,
know.
for the fact that like he got the box right. Like I think
What's
he
gone
was
is
very
gone.
happy about that.
Yeah, exactly. Jinbei's already said it before. What's gone is gone.
One is gone.
I don't know, man. Like all I can
Okay,
say is some.
let it go, let it go.
Fuck off, Mraz. I'm just saying. Look, too many people. Like we all know for a fact, none of the Straw Hats are dying, right? In this arc, none of them. Even Brooke.
No.
Somehow Brooke will survive this shit. We know. But
Dude,
to
because Brooke's the
me,
best.
That's
He's
not necessarily
gonna
true.
just. Nah, none of them
oh,
are
okay,
dying.
okay, Devil Leg. Well, okay, let's
I
see
mean,
where
the
you're
only
coming
character
from.
realistically, even though it's unlikely it's gonna end up dying, is Sanji. But even then, that's like almost impossible.
Nah, it's
Like-
impossible.
Like, okay, actually, Devil Leg, go in. What else? Why do you think they won't die?
I mean, it's like I'm just saying it's entirely possible that someone might die here.
But none of the Straw Hats, though.
I think it's gonna be Capone, dude. I think his crew's
Yeah.
gonna get wrecked
Yeah.
and they're gonna get killed. Because we need.
Well, that's a
I've said this last time offline stream, but like we literally need to see a supernova die or like something along those lines to let us know that even
House
though
drop.
plot armor exists, it's not that deep. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if they die,
Yeah.
then they don't have plot armor. That's the thing. It was just
That's
like,
my
oh, he only existed to die.
My point is,
Ooh,
people
true.
need to die. Like
Like
for
pretty much just to show that the new world is actually fearsome. Because like right now when we saw in Paradise, yeah, we only have Whitebeard and Ace die. But like this is supposed to be the place where pirates are supposed to fear. Like they're not supposed to like even Kid said, if you don't have the will to have the balls to say that you can go on those seas and be able to fight on the same level or like partner up with the Yonkos, you shouldn't be there. So for sure, like dying has to be a big aspect in the new world. We need to see it.
That's what I'm saying. Jinbei and Pedro's kind of like, I don't know, not a foregone conclusion, but he's like, he might die, he might not. But he's like the obvious choice. But to me, Jinbei seems like the right kind of choice with impact as well, because we've grown to love Jinbei. We've seen all the stuff, the crazy stuff
Dude,
he's done.
stop, Nikki.
I'm just
It
saying,
would be
man.
too much. It would be too much.
I'm just saying.
I
No,
wouldn't
why?
even do
Why
it.
not?
If Jinbei did more than the
Because
rest,
he has to
any of
join the crew. He has to
in any of
join
the
the crew.
crew, so that's like saying Bonnie never, Bonchan never got an invite. Jinbei did, and he did more than the others.
Who never got an invite?
Bonchan, just a while ago you compared him to Bonchan, but he never got an invite. Plus Jinbei.
Oh no, I didn't. I compared what they did, as in Bonchan literally sacrificed himself
Yeah.
for Luffy to get away.
Yeah, and I'm saying that he never got an invite, but Jinbei did.
Yeah, because Bonchan sacrificed himself. Like, what do you mean? Like, Luffy doesn't even know he's alive.
Yeah, Luffy actually
No,
thought
but
that
they
he
were
died.
boys. They
Also,
were already
Jinbei
boys before that. Luffy said
Jinbei
that they
did
were
more than
friends since they
Bonchan
met.
too. John Bonchan was just like once and twice. The first one was in Alabasta, and the second one was in Impel Down.
Yeah, but I would
Wow,
definitely say
Jinbei-
that Jinbei's was a lot more impressive than like Bon Clay's because he was the one that pretty much like fixed up the mind state of Luffy after Marineford.
Yeah,
He did
but I don't
a
know.
lot.
Bonchan's is more impactful though. That was pretty deep though. I did like that.
Yeah, it was, but then again, if Jinbei wasn't there at that moment, we would get like the
Yeah.
brass broken Luffy the whole series.
Yeah, Jinbei's was more important, but I don't know. I like Bonchan's a tiny bit more, but yeah, Jinbei's was definitely more important.
Guys, I have something to share if there's a chance now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Stebo, you remember you said where's the
He said
He's
he's
gone.
out to eat. He's out to eat.
All right, sorry.
He's a Jaya.
He said where's the observation hockey? Like he made a point.
Yeah.
I reread the chapter and I noticed something.
That's me, okay.
I'm gonna make screen share. I'm gonna share the screen right now from the.
Is it from the chapter, right?
Yep. So
I can look it up right now as well, so you can tell me the page if you need it.
all right. So it's on page 5. You see, Reiju is tilting her head towards the window
Yeah.
and putting like why you're not answering. And then at the bottom of the next page, we see Reiju looking right at the window, and she has like dots. She's thinking something, and she's looking right at Sanji. She's not saying anything. Sanji's a little smiling a little bit. Notice?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, yeah, I
In
think
the
yeah.
anime, they'll probably make it more apparent in the anime, if anything.
Yeah. So I
Because
mean,
a lot of stuff you see in the manga is one thing, but then eventually how they explain it a little bit better in the anime, it's like, oh, okay, she's probably looking in the direction of Sanji.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I already thought that she noticed he was there. I don't know if it was observation or not, but yeah, it makes sense 44. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's why she was so quiet and let Pudding speak so she could hear what Pudding had to say and Sanji could hear it as well.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
So guys, let's just before we like finish. So who thinks Pudding's still good now?
I
Still, who thinks okay?
I still say she's good.
Till the day I die. She's good.
Yep,
I'm
exactly.
convinced. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, she's still good.
I'm convinced that she has bipolar syndrome.
Let me just say something real quick. If she's evil and then she gets redeemed later, that doesn't count as you guys being right.
I don't know.
I just want you guys. No, it doesn't.
That's a good-hearted.
It's more than 50% at least.
I think Devil Leg's trying to find a way out.
I agree with Devil Leg.
I think she has a good side, and then if she opens her, I mean, if the second personality comes up, she has her evil side.
So wait,
Complete opposite.
Dan, are you still here?
No, he just left.
Oh, damn it.
Like,
are you guys reading the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting in and out.
You know the stories we tell you guys about that one kid that thinks Luffy could beat Shanks right now? That's Peter Colangelo in the chat. That's who we know.
Well, I mean, Big Mom is losing to Brooke, so I don't see why not.
Okay.
Oh, Peter.
But yeah, guys, in the chat, of course, keep asking us right now or tell us in the chat, is Pudding evil or is Pudding good?
You guys know the answer.
Honestly, I'm going to stick with
We
the
know
good.
she's evil. Come on, guys.
She's
Like,
good, man.
She's clearly
look,
evil.
yeah, exactly. Like,
She's
what
doing
else
exactly
did
what Sanji did with Luffy.
she have to
Only on
shoot
a whole
Reiju in
different
the
level.
face? Like, guys,
You
did
have
she
to
have to
make
shoot
it
Reiju in the
appear-
face?
Did she
Her shooting Rage in the face would make her evil, though, because the Vin smokes are garbage. But
That's what I mean. It's like what?
But
Even you
can
can't
I-
be persuaded.
Can I say something as well? It's also like with the face that she make of Sanji. Yeah? Did she see him make him all those faces? I don't think so. So there must be something that she know why he make those faces. You understand what I'm saying?
I think she was like saying, like, what face is he gonna make when he finds out I'm evil at the wedding? Is it gonna be
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Enru face or this face? Or I think that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I thought she was referring to Sanji's faces that he made during the whole One Piece series, because some of
Oh,
them
no,
are really
no.
really like looking like what he did.
No,
There's just the Eneru troll face, which is really funny, and then I don't know what the
Yeah.
other one is.
I mean, she obviously does have mental manipulation powers, but she wasn't making Sanji faces.
But like, because who was it? Whose idea said Lazaro? You were talking about earlier. Like she had telepathy, and she told Nami.
Yeah, so
stuff.
I'll tap into that because, like, honestly, like when I look at the references of like the Chikano Eye from Yu Yu Hakusho with EA, one of the main abilities is telepathy, which allows you to communicate using the eye with like any object that you look at. And most likely, like when she was looking in the panel with Luffy, and she was looking at like Nami with the third eye, I'm pretty sure she relayed a message to Nami using the third eye, which is why she wasn't freaking out as much as Luffy was. Because if that was the case, she would be like all cussing out and all pissed off. But she wasn't. She was calm, like she's trying to get Luffy to relax because she knows what's happening. And the reason why like she wouldn't have done that with Reiju is because she honestly thinks that still like she's still connected in some shape or form, possibly with Judge, but she doesn't want to take a chance and like do something unless someone's like watching over her. Like, I mean, like it does sound stupid, like maybe someone's watching over you, know, she's doing whatever she's doing right now. But at the same time, she has like the homies that are watching over her, and they need to make sure that she's keeping like the act that she's doing now. Because if she's acting out of order and she starts looking like a traitor, right there and then, like Big Mom's gonna find out that she's the one trying to help up the Strats the entire time.
But I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I can't believe that someone's been in the crew this evil, and you're the favorite daughter, and you're somehow good. Like, that's too cliche. It's like, oh,
she's found true
she's
love.
got a good heart. Oh,
Hey, think about it. If you lived your whole life in darkness, now one person comes in to fill the void of light, you wouldn't accept it?
Wouldn't Robin be technically evil
Pudding-
if we go with that route?
Wait, no, but that's.
Too.
Ooh,
Nah.
Oh wait, let me structure a good argument against that.
I mean, I have to give Joy Boy credit because a while ago, a couple of weeks ago, he was saying that Oda was Oda was giving us hints that the daughters of Big Mom were all crazy, and then he was like brainstorming about Pudding. Yeah, maybe she could be a liar, and So
Oh,
we
and
definitely need to give Joy Boy some credit
true.
because he
But
said that.
I've come up with an argument now to your point, DGK. For example, Robin, all she was trying to do was survive, so she had to do what she had to do because she was the most one. Like she was wanted, like what, age 7 with 77 million barely.
What
Yeah,
So-
but couldn't it be then that Pudding is also trying to survive because she wants to be free as Lola is right now?
Yeah, definitely.
No, but not okay. Possibly, I'm not taking that away. But I mean, why would she want to be free when she's a daughter of a Yonko? She has so much power. It's
Yeah,
not
but
the same as Robin.
but didn't she say as well like that she's hating how Big Mom is doing at some points?
That was just Sanji. She was acting, right?
What about
Yeah,
Bonchan?
that's the thing you don't know. That's the thing. Sometimes it's a really roller coaster with Pudding. You see the good things of her, the bad things. You don't know what's going on. That's a difficult part to say about her. But honestly, I don't think you're gonna be talking about your mother like that to somebody else.
Yeah, if you're acting, like if your mother's telling you, you say this to this person, so you
I
can
mean, she was
get on
talking to
her
Reiji
side.
when she said that. So
Oh yeah, exactly. So she's trying to sell the lie, Maras. Sell
no,
the
she wasn't
lie.
lying to Reiji though.
What about Big Mom?
Yeah, why would she be lying to Reiji about Big Mom, but telling the truth about everything else?
Exactly.
Wait, okay, what are you talking about, Big Mom? I thought we mean isn't she doesn't like Big Mom, or she likes Big Mom?
That she was getting tired of her in some capacity.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, she's a child of the mom, obviously, in a way, but she's not gonna betray her mom. Like,
Yeah, but think about it. Like, you live your whole life like not getting like the right happiness. Like, you can be in a rich family, but at the same time, doesn't mean you're going to be happy.
true,
I mean, like, think
but
about it too. All people who are rich and everything do not live the most happiest of lives.
Exactly, because then
but they have options. They're like once they ever hit the real world, they'll see a difference of what their life is like, what it was, and what a real life really is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not everyone has a luxury though.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, obviously,
even
being rich.
because of that luxury, you can be so stuck in an environment that you want to get out and want to see more of the world. And Lola did that for herself, and probably she will want to have the same thing as Lola has, and that's why she is good, but she's planning it on her own way.
But why not do this earlier? Why only wait till Sanji? Like this must have been so many other opportunities. She's been there for ages.
Because she knows probably as well that Sanji always was bullied by his family, and maybe she's trying to trigger him somehow.
Come on, that's too much now. Like, there's
Well,
no way she can know all
don't,
that.
you don't
though.
know. You don't
That's the
know.
point, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, there's no way. What, you think she knew all about Sanji's backstory before she ever met him? Like,
But I think like from like the conversation, she understood him at that moment. Like think about like you could be thinking like you're gonna be doing some kind of plan, but the minute you find out something about someone, right there and then, like if it has a connection to you in some shape or form, it's gonna hit you.
When they first met, you could have looked at Sanji's memories or something.
I mean, we still
Yeah,
have to, I
you're-
mean, like we have to see too, like during then if she actually like went into the memories and everything, did that.
Yeah, Sanji did say to Pudding that evening that he couldn't rely on his family too, because they're almost all of them are assholes.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
and she's acting, guys. You're falling for it. She's getting her Oscar award
I think you're
soon.
falling for her acting because she's really
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Like the best characters are the ones who can put on a great performance, and that's what she's doing right now, pretending to be evil when she's actually good.
Nikki,
Hey man, she ain't even pretending no more. She talked about Sanji's face. It was too much.
Yeah, but think about it. Yeah, if she really did something to Reiju, she already could kill her.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Why
but then
didn't she kill her? No, but why didn't she kill her?
Okay, wait. Put it this. It doesn't make sense because how is she gonna kill Reiju and expect the German 66 not to worry about that? Like,
Wipe their memories of
wants to
Reiju.
do. But that's the point. She's setting up Germa to go and fight Big Mom. That's how I see it. Like that's her way out. Because let's be honest, right? If this wasn't the case, let's just say like they had a fight, right? Like Germa versus either like Luffy's crew or Luffy's crew versus Big Mom. They shouldn't be able to win. Like they shouldn't be able to.
yeah,
especially
True.
right now. So the only way out of that would be to get people to fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're making the point that maybe she's like the third entity, like she's just making her own plans to get out of
Yeah,
Whole Cake Island, then I can agree with that. But I don't think she's trying to help Sanji. You know what I mean?
And,
I think
and there's
I think she is. But...
and one thing I was thinking about as well. Yeah, what if she said, because she's saying, okay, I'm gonna erase your memory, but what if she puts some memories inside and she's telling Reiju what her plan is?
Oh, that'd be actually really cool.
Yeah, that would be sick. Like you think
Because
she's denying it, but when she wakes up,
she's saying
she
it,
sees
and the homies will hear her saying, yeah, okay, I erase your memories, but actually she put in the memories what she's want to do, and so she's playing ahead with Reiji somehow.
Yeah. See, that makes a lot of
Okay,
sense.
I get that point. But why would she shoot her in the leg? Okay, I guess the leg is the least like effective.
Yeah, but like I said,
don't know.
before,
It's
with the
You
homies,
gotta
weird.
make it real, dude. You gotta make
yeah,
it
but like I said with the homies, they have to make sure like she's doing the like she's keeping up pretty much the persona that everyone knows putting forward. If she like for 1 second changes up from what we know, what they know of her, right away it gives away that she's a traitor. Like they know it's to her being sadistic and crazy and shit. In their eyes, she can be like you can have a persona. When you walk out the door, you're one person. Then you come on here, you're a whole different person. That's just how it is.
Okay, I get that point, but okay, I can believe most of the stuff you're saying, but I'm saying to me the only options are she's either just evil working for Big Mom or she's doing her own thing and she just wants to escape. So like either way, she doesn't really care about Sanji, but she's just going her own routes because like she said, she's tired of Big Mom. Maybe she does want to see the world, but she doesn't mean she's not evil. She's doing what she needs to do to get out of Whole Cake Island, basically.
Icky, whenever I ever steered you wrong as captain.
Can I make a suggestion? What I was thinking about what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Because I was thinking like when the wedding is coming and the whole bloodbath starting to begin, I think that's why I said this with Reiju, is that she asked Reiju to use the clones to come in as well, and that's the way they can escape. Because that's the thing what I said as well, like reference to the Clone Wars with Star Wars. They use the clones against the army that created them as well themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So they help the clones. The clones will help them to escape and fight all the homies and stuff.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, it makes sense. Because I think obviously the clones will be a lot stronger than all the homies and everything. So
Now I don't know if they are stronger, but they are strong.
no, they have to be stronger than the homies, definitely. Because you can't be like making a mythical army and training them. They train every day of their life.
I think
It doesn't
Prometheus and Zeus are homies. You know?
Okay, I don't know. Obviously, there's a tier, but I mean, in general sense, like those little soldiers, the chess pieces,
a homie, you know,
the chess pieces, the guy everyone got hyped over.
Yeah, but all of them are homies.
Yeah, like there's different tiers, you know.
I think it depends on the person's soul that gets put into it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking about the use of this. That's why I'm asking you guys. Don't you think that a lot of times in the streams before? Don't you think that the clones will be a part? Because why would they mention the clones and show them and not use them anymore?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna come into play, like when they're fighting. Monkey D, damn man, are you eating granite or something? Yeah, I was gonna say like because obviously the clones are gonna come into play because.
Granite.
Yeah, no, man, it sounds like that hard as hell, man. But like, obviously, like, because there's no way the drama. If I didn't bring that army there, they're getting slaughtered. Like, I'm still thinking they're gonna get slaughtered anyway. But
yeah,
at least the clones will kind of make it a little bit evener.
I don't know, because I think with the name that Judge has, like, is a world-renowned assassin. Like, it would be kind of stupid if he just goes into like this situation with Big Mom and doesn't have something prepared just in case it backfires on him. Because he would have to be really stupid if like he goes into this thing and he's gonna get the North Blue and whatever more he wants, and nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that beside Judge, the other Phasmo can control the the clones as well, and that's why I'm thinking that Reiju is gonna help Pudding somehow with the clones, and that's how they can escape, because they're fighting to each other, and then the rest of the group, including Pudding, can escape from Whole Cake Island.
Yeah.
But then it brings the question: how's she going to like? Because I think I already got an answer to it. But what was the point of her like even doing the wedding? Basically, if she just wants to take their technology, why don't she just kill them earlier?
Well, I think part of it's the cake. She wants the cake. Like, but
Oh my god!
no, I mean for real though. Like I think that.
Oh, yeah, I think it's some kind of fetish.
Yeah, like dude.
She could have just had somebody make the cake though. She
Well,
don't need the wedding
Yeah.
for the cake.
remember when she was remember she was singing the song and she was like, "Oh, like what's the cake gonna be all made of this time? Like all blood." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
as in,
but
as in they do this a lot.
yeah, it didn't like what Stebo's saying. It doesn't have to be a wedding though. It can be like we're celebrating. We killed the drummer.
I mean, it could also be a thing though where like it's a fact like they're kind of showing their power to everyone because like obviously their alliance should be at the wedding, right? Like all their members.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be kind of like, you know, we literally just killed the mythical army. Look how badass we are, kind of a moment.
Mhm.
True, but yeah, I guess
Like it's
I guess
proving
that's
a
the
point.
Because I always thought it's because the minute she got Caesar, she didn't need Judge anymore. Because at least Caesar, I think he's a good enough scientist to figure out this whole clone stuff. So she'll have Caesar doing everything that Judge would usually do.
Yeah, but I think Judge probably does a little bit more considering he has that connection to Vegapunk, and even though we know Caesar has that connection too, I think
Yeah.
Judge's is probably a lot more greater. And the fact that like we know now with Vegapunk, like he's found like the DNA for like life and stuff. I'm pretty sure Judge might know some stuff about that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
and I think that Caesar is more specialized in the poison stuff and that kind of things, and
I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't like him as he's a scumbag character, but I like him as in what he brings to. If you ever join the Straw Hats, what he'd bring to them, because I think he seems pretty smart to me. I think he'd be able to change from I guess chemistry to biology.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, final thoughts on the chapter? Anything else you guys want to add to it?
Pudding's good.
I think I don't know. It was a weird chapter because
If we have to rate it, if you have to rate the chapter, everyone. So starting with Nikki.
I'll give it 6.5 out of 10 because there's too many plot holes a bit, but I did like the stuff with Sanji, but Oda's got to stop breaking down Sanji. It's too much now.
Okay, fair enough. How about 44? What do you guys say?
So first, the first part is good. It's 7. Second part with Brook is really good. That would be a 9.
Yeah, I love the Brook stuff.
And then
All
the
right.
proper thing is a 6. So evened out 6, 13, 9. That's like 22.
you make it too difficult for yourself. Jesus.
That's 6.9.
1 to 10. That's all we gotta know.
It's a 7 just because of the whole chopper thing.
All right, that's fair enough. How about Double A? What do you think the chapter is?
I think the chapter is like a 7 out of 10. There's a lot of plot holes, but I'll give Oda the benefit of the doubt and hope they're explained in future chapters.
Yeah, that's fair enough. How about Miraz? How about you, man?
I'd say it's 7.5.
7.5 is there? Okay, Stebo?
I give it an 8 because it's confusing as hell, but we got some decent plot progression. And in his defense, they did say that they were picking up the pace, so maybe it's weighing heavy on them.
Okay. How about Law?
I don't think
Monkey.
Jen.
Crazy.
Okay,
Monkey
fine.
D.
All right, DGK, what do you say?
I'd say an 8 just because like the Sanji scene was too good. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like the Sanji bits itself, like just the whole like the intense feeling of it with what's going on with Pudding and everything. I think like that in itself already warrants the 8, but I would give it a 9 just because of the Jinbei at the end.
Yo, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true as well.
I would not,
Like,
obviously like there's reasons why I would not give it a 10 out of 10 because we need to know more stuff of what's going on with Pudding, the ability, and especially like the later stuff like how Jinbei got out. But like I think just from like a hype stance alone, I think all of it kind of still warrants at least a 9. Minimum, I'll give it an 8. So I'll say at least a 9 just to play it safe.
Let me. Okay, just some curious. What would you give the one about Pedro taking his eye out? That chapter.
I think that one I gave a 9 as well. If I'm more or less.
Oh my god! You put that one in the same level. Okay, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair
But it
enough,
was
yeah.
totally different, so you cannot compare it to each other, Nikki.
Yeah.
No, but I mean the hype. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm loving Pedro too much now. I guess. Well,
It's
yeah.
One Piece though, man. Like no chapter is ever gonna get lower than a 5. Like, come on.
Okay, in the next stream we're gonna discuss if Pedro will come in the group or not.
I mean, that's a good topic, indeed.
Yeah.
Pedro or Jinbei.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll have a topic definitely, but I don't know which. We could have that. I don't know. It will be decided later. But I guess should we have any predictions for next chapter before we go?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sanji jumps off the balcony. That's mine.
I was gonna say that too, man. Come on, Double A.
They're gonna
I
go
was
in the
say that
mirror
shit
world.
too.
They're gonna find him hanging himself.
Oh my days, that'd be so dark. Oh,
Chapter of the
least-
year.
Oh my day. Well, him hanging himself. My God,
I mean, maybe.
Lazaro.
Get rid of him finally.
Though that'll be hot. Like, that'll give too many of the Zoro fanboys ammo. I'd cry. I might cry.
Oh,
that
it'll
day.
be a fiesta around the world.
Yeah. I hate you, Laz. Don't say that.
But I would say next chapter we're probably gonna see more so. Like the thing that I want to see right now is like obviously we're gonna see about Jinbei, and they're probably gonna explain because he said, "Oh, we'll talk later." So my guess is they're gonna kind of run around the castle, probably cause a ton of fucking chaos, and then they're probably gonna run into Pudding. I think.
Mhm.
We'll see though. Like we still need to see what Capone's up to, and Dan Peckham's. Those are the two people right
Yeah,
now that we don't
Capone,
know.
Peckham's, and Caesar. Like Caesar's like been this weird element that's just been told to stay in a candy factory
Yep.
and make stuff. So we are yet to see him as well.
Yeah, so I guess this is a good ending point then.
I
Yeah.
recalculated my points and it's an 8.
Okay.
With the whole calculator and stuff.
And Stebo, we'll get ready to we're gonna do
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
our outro.
Out of heaven!
Disassemble! Oh, disperse.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll get it right one time.
Come on,
Yeah,
We'll
man.
get it right.
Try
Yeah.
again. I want to
All
hear.
right, bye guys. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed the stream, of course, like, subscribe. If you want to see more streams, you know what to do already. Shout out to the members of Haven for coming through. Hopefully we can try and come back again. I would try and say maybe tomorrow we might do something, but if you want to know what's going on with our Haven, of course, follow us on our Twitters and YouTube channels we have down in the info box below. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys in the next stream/video.
All right, so thanks for
Salutations,
watching.
beloved
Yo.
viewers.
Yeah, and thanks for following us for the 100 followers now.
Yeah, match out
Yeah.
to 100 subs again. We're also going to try and figure out exactly what we're going to do for the special, so stay tuned for that as well.
All right.
All right, peace, guys.
All right.